Okay, guys, so we are here today. It's a beautiful day. Hello. It is CPI inflation data day. We got different news stories coming out regarding Hormuz that are moving markets. Earlier, energy prices rose and the NASDAQ dipped as an Iranian source suggests there are no current talks on extending the U.S.-Iran ceasefire. Brent went up, oil went up, the NASDAQ went down. You can see that news came out right here. And you can kind of see it wasn't necessarily a small move, but not a crazy big move. And we honestly reversed back up and then we're dipping back down here. But yeah, more doubts about whether we're actually going to get a ceasefire. We did have more news. Nebius is also supposed to report earnings pretty soon, but essentially they said there is no ceasefire start date. There is nothing to extend. They said the U.S. violated the interim pact 48 hours after it, discussing U.S. return to the memorandum of understanding, the MOU, defining the time frame, and absolutely no progress has been made, is what they say. And so again, oil reacted positively to this. Obviously, oil jumped. NASDAQ dipped on this news, and today we have CPI inflation data. It's a big day. It's a big week. Honestly, tomorrow we have PPI inflation data, and then Friday, I think we have retail sales. So what's up, chat? How you guys doing today? Let me say hello to everybody. Also, guys, Brit is here, by the way. They were like, Brit ran off to Mexico. They said Brit, took a tube boat out into the Gulf. Nobody saw him, but he is actually here today.
He is. What's up? Good morning, everybody.
Brit is here. Ava, what's up, Ava? Good morning. Zeke, Mega, SpaceX Bull, Killing Frenzy, HBK, Deshaun, Ashun, Cursed, Edson, Tally, Old Hack, Mr. Emmanuel, VA, Womble, Squirrel, Kairos, Lang, Glass Half Full, Tubura, sorry if I mispronounced that, Ali, hello, UE, Noob Gecko, Ace, Josh, Jonathan, Trebek, Darkage, Craig, Pav, Knights, Rooftop, Exotic, Troy, Todd, No Problem, so Brent, Serenity, Char, did I get everybody? Yeah, G-Man, what's up, dude? Zach, Daniel, Bull Market, Taco, let me keep going here. Pew, hello, Pew, Saza, Rack, Bruno, David, Melody, Old File, Brian, Stoic. You guys have some hard names to pronounce here. I'm struggling. I'm trying to pronounce y'all's names. But basically, get better names here, guys, is what I'm saying here. You can quote that. John says to change your name. And I said it. Brian, what's up, dude? Walking POV. ML. Good morning, guys. It's CPI inflation data. Does CPI... I've been up since 5 a.m. drinking coffee. My wife made the coffee last night because my kids start school today, and it tastes like straight up sludge today, bro. I sip it, and my face curls a little bit every time I sip this coffee. But it is CPI inflation day today. You can see the impact of that statement regarding no ceasefire on oil. Oil jumped up here. It's still slightly elevated. It's still elevated over this week. We have 83.40 a barrel WTI crude oil this morning. We had CoreWeave earnings yesterday, and CoreWeave earnings did go well. CoreWeave is up big. We also had Supermicro Semiconductor earnings that went well. They are up also. Nebius is supposed to release their numbers sometime here. I don't see their numbers anywhere, but we did see a jump back here at like 3 a.m. So let me check the tape around 3 a.m. But I don't see anything from Nebius yet. And we'll see what happens today for CPI. Do we have higher inflation data today? We also had other quotes that an Iranian army official says Iran intends to maintain control and oversight over the strait as a key source of its geopolitical power. The Pakistani foreign minister said, as a mediator, we remain optimistic, not discouraged by escalations. And again, Pakistan's foreign minister spokesperson said the U.S.-Iran 60-day MOU deadline is approaching. Deadline can be extended. We are not closing the chapter, they said. Hope the parties return to dialogue. So more escalation essentially overnight. And yeah, we had a lot of stuff here. A lot of numbers in AI. CoreWeave jumped. They beat and raised. Supermicro Semiconductors rose on revenue outlook going up. Oracle plans further job cuts as well. SK Hynix gain on an investment report and more this morning. But yeah, what do you guys think we get today for Oh my, it's not bad coffee, G-Man. G-Man says, oh man, bad coffee the first thing in the morning would ruin my day. It's not bad coffee. Honestly, it's strong coffee is what it is. Carol, when she makes the coffee, you know, they give you guys an estimate like, hey, put 1 scoop per cup in there. Carol probably throws 2.5 scoops per cup. And so when I drink the coffee, it's bitter. And so it's not bad, it's just strong coffee, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, today we have the CPI report for July. If you look at oil in July, oil went up and it's kind of stayed up. I mean, it went down for a little while, but here is the month of July. Let's show you guys the month of July here. Here's the month of July right here. So this is the month of July basically right here. And you can kind of see what oil did in this month. So month of July started about here. And in July, oil was elevated. This is the opposite of what we saw in June. And in June, we saw inflation cool a little bit versus expectations. Here is the month of July. And so oil was up in July. And so because of that, they are expecting a slightly lower than expected print on year-over-year data. Year-over-year is expected at about 3.4%. But month-over-month data is jumping up relative to what it was last time. Last time, month-over-month data for CPI was negative. It should have been negative 0.4% last time for headline CPI. Today, they are expecting a positive 0.1%. So they are expecting it to heat up a little bit month-to-month. Core is also expected to jump up month-over-month at 0.2%. Last time, it was flat at 0%. Year-over-year data is expected to decrease a little bit at 3.4% on the year and 2.5% for core on the year. But the month-over-month reading is expected to jump up a little bit, probably from the effects of higher oil prices in that specific month. Although there is a lag, but still. CPI lie. If I can't run my coffee, I'm not interested. Yeah. Is Burry alive? Burry's probably still loving life, I think, here, honestly. Burry got in short at MU at what, like 1060? It's at 880s. It's at 800s right now for MU. He got in NVIDIA. He might not love life on NVIDIA. He's about $20 down a share, which is about 10% of NVIDIA. So if he got in at 190s or whatever it is, and NVIDIA's at 220s, that's $20 basically a share higher. That's about 10%. He might be down 10% on in NVIDIA. I think he's still pretty green on Caterpillar, though. I think he got in Caterpillar around the thousands. It's still at 850s. So he's still, down. He's still green in a lot of these.
All that stuff is still down from the last time I came on.
Yeah, I mean, memory's been back and forth, but it hasn't really been like MU hasn't really gotten back over 1,000. Here's MU right here. It just hasn't really moved. It's been up and down, but you can kind of see it started to stagnate a little bit in terms of direction here. So like we had some big movements at the end of July, and now we're just kind of going like this the last few days here. We're basically just chopping sideways over the last week or two for memory. We've gone up and down, and there's news. But remember, guys, today is inflation. And so I don't know if I've mentioned this today, but today is CPI inflation day today. I might have said it once, at least once, maybe. Overall, a hotter than expected print would likely make hike expectations go up substantially. So if we have hotter than expected inflation today, gold should fall quickly, and the odds of a rate hike might go up substantially. Now, if we have a cooler than expected print today, the opposite might happen. Here's the rate odds. We're basically 50-50 split on rates right now. Right now, the CME Watch tool is showing about a 48% chance that we raise rates next meeting in September, and about a 52% chance we pause rates in September. Now, my bias, even if we show up higher than expected, I think we're still probably going to pause. But it depends on how high we show up at. If we show up way higher than expected today, obviously that's going to substantially increase the odds of a rate hike. But I do believe there's still a dovish bias, at least with Warsh, and that has some influence because he's the chairman. Later on this month, we also have the Jackson Hole Symposium, which is a symposium where the Fed chairman generally speaks. So Warsh will be speaking around the end of this month in Jackson Hole. That might influence markets as well, since we don't have a Fed meeting until September. We also have retail sales. We have PPI, and PPI on Thursday. PPI has been wild and swinging a lot lately as well. So again, I'm going to ask the chat this right now. What's up, Megan? What's up, Pew? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Easy to Update? What's up, Todd? What's up, Chan? What's up, Jay Violet? What's up, Wolf? What's up, Supreme Leader? What's up, Alexis? Faye, hello, Faye. Kay, how you doing, Kay? That rhymed,
Yeah,
Album
just like
coming
Happy
soon.
Gilmore. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, album coming soon.
I'm not actually back, Nick. This is pre-recorded, you know. So
Yeah, I stole Brit's image, and this is AI Brit right now. You hear there's a pause between everything he says.
Actually, I was never really gone. It's just, I couldn't get a word in for a couple weeks. John was talking a lot.
I just continuously talked for the last few weeks since I've been on vacation, and so Brit he's been here. He just hasn't said anything. He boycotted it. Really, is what he did.
Tried to, I just couldn't get a word in.
Yeah. But no, guys, higher or lower than expected today, month over month. I'm gonna ask month over month. Again, we had Fed commentary. Hey, thank you, Goal. Appreciate the sub, my friend. Thank you, brother. Thank you, my friend. Again, Warsh acknowledged that there's a tighter financial conditions situation going into this report. We had weak July payroll, so on the dovish end, we did have negative NFP data last Friday. So payroll data came in negative last Friday. It showed up at negative, what was it, 32,000, negative 30, maybe it was 34. But it showed up at a negative print on Friday last week, right? So that pushes more in terms of economic weakness, which should decrease, and it did decrease the odds of a rate hike next meeting. But again, we're heading into a situation where, number one, the Fed does give easing more priority than raising. And why is this? This is because if we start heading towards a recession, and the GDP print will be really interesting next time as well, but if we start heading towards a recession, we get really weak labor data consistently. One negative print's not going to freak people out. It's more of the broad trend. But if we get weak economics, the Fed, and we start heading towards a recession, the Fed is going to be more likely to focus and make the priority on the labor market side versus the inflation side, because if we go into a recession, the Fed kind of has to super ease and maybe print to get us out of it, and then that would cause worse inflation anyway. And so, and we have had weak labor data. JOLTS was weak. What else? ADP data was weak. NFP was really weak with other like 100,000 plus big revisions to the previous 2 months. So yeah, we've had really weak labor data. It's not weak enough to where I say we're necessarily heading towards a recession. We'll have to see what GDP looks like, because a recession is technically defined as 2 consecutive losing GDP quarters, and we haven't had one yet. So, but the last GDP was weaker than expected, I believe, as well. It's like 1.5. Is that right? I'll have to go back and look. Please, CPI confirmation 3.3 today, bro. Morning, y'all. Good morning, everyone. What's up, Christian? Does CPI show up higher or lower? I see lower. Is he going to talk about task force? Probably. Lower for fun, much lower. Add polls, lower. 3.3 today, bro. I don't hate 3.3 reading, to be honest. I'm going to go with like 3.5. I'm going to go with 3.5. I'm going to go 0.1% higher than expected, 3.5. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Who freaking knows? I'm going to go with 3.5. I have a pretty good record with CPI, but again, I don't know how I do, because I just straight up guess the freaking number. I just blindly guess the number. I mean, it's an educated guess, but I just blindly guess the number. I don't know how I have such a good record of CPI guesses. Honestly, maybe I am, dude. Listen, maybe I am.
You should partner up with Miss Cleo.
I should, start doing a commercial. They don't even have commercials anymore. But
no, I know. But
I don't even know if the chat knows who Miss Cleo is, the GOAT. The greatest of all time.
Honestly, I wasn't sure if you'd remember her.
Bro, I called her at least a couple times. My parents got pissed because it was expensive.
You were calling for like the answers to the math test, weren't you?
Maybe how to figure out how to beat the boss in The Legend of Zelda or something. If anybody knew, she knew.
A worthy reason to spend $2.99 a minute.
Yeah, for sure. Back then, no internet. Maybe. Yeah. They say inflation is 3.4, but the cost of everything goes up 10% a year. Yeah, I mean, look. Yeah, you gotta look. There's other inflation readings that you can get from this, but. All right. So.
Also, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon and go with the chat and say I think it comes in a little lower.
A little lower.
I have no reason for it. Just,
If Brit gets this right, I'll never hear the end of this, Steve. I will never hear the end of it.
No, you won't.
I'm trying to look at Trueflation data to see what they got to say. Let me log into my account here. freaking code. They're making me send a code. I hate two-factor authentication. Like, bro, like somebody's gonna hack into my Trueflation account. Like, dude, what are y'all gonna get from it? You know, freaking ridiculous, dude. Like, oh, let's not let people hack into Trueflation. Like, you need two-factor authentication for everything now. It's ridiculous. Like, this is completely unnecessary.
I know Lucid tried to make me set one up, but I'm locked out of Lucid anyway. And I have no idea why, because I saved my login information and it still won't let me in. So.
Oh wow. Lucid's a little bit more understandable. You don't want somebody going in there and taking your payouts, but yeah. CPI lower for longer. I hate 2FA. Will the news be accurate? Will the BLS report be accurate? Will we get revisions as well? Again, today we are expecting 3.4%, 0.1% on the month. Last time was 3.5%. Now, CPI doesn't really get revised like payrolls do. Payrolls get revised heavily. CPI gets revised much less. And we've had recent Fed commentary that's been hawkish. I mean, obviously, Kashkari was one of the dissenters. Hammock and Logan were the other two dissenters. And we also had non-voters like Schmidt and Musalem have also said they would have preferred a hike at the meeting. One of the big arguments among the hawks has been that gradual tightening now may reduce the risk of more aggressive action being required later. So that's one of the arguments. The data arguably carries even greater importance if the Fed continues to be reluctant on giving guidance as well here. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. I'm seeing most people across social media, across everything, betting on lower CPI today and saying that's going to benefit gold. And so maybe the wisdom of the crowd is here. I don't know. Sometimes I have two different paths whenever there's a broad consensus on something. Number one is do the opposite. You know, that's kind of like my initial reaction is like, hey, everybody's betting too much, like rate hike odds. Like everybody's like, oh, we're going to raise rates. People are betting too much on rate hikes. Let's go the other way. But in this situation, maybe there's some wisdom of the crowd. Maybe there's some insiders. I'm trying to look at Polymarket right now to see what Polymarket's got to say.
Yeah, how much of that is you just being contrarian too?
It's definitely just at least a little bit. I'm definitely a contrarian person. I got the debater personality type. And so I even told Britt, I've said this before, but before Britt started coming on the stream, I told Britt, sometimes I might disagree with you just to disagree. You look great. You look great, Maddie. I love your backpack. Hey, dude. All right, give me hugs, guys. I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great week. Go back to school to show us you're not a fool. I love you, dude. Have a good day, bro. I don't get anything back?
Love you.
Love you, dude.
Wait, I said before.
That almost hurt my heart, Jack.
Dude, I said that before. You just couldn't hear it.
Okay, you're right. My headphones block everything. All right, I love you, dude.
Love you.
Y'all have a great day.
That also might just be the cholesterol, John.
Yeah, maybe, dude. My ears are going out. All right, guys. So, what was I saying before my kids came in here? Oh yeah. So, actually, I forgot completely.
You're
ADHD.
talking about how you were on the debate school. I mean, on the debate team in high school, and you just argued with everybody.
No, I wish my school had a debate team. But I got the debater personality type. So sometimes I'll just take the other way just to make good conversation is really what it is. I'm not trying to be argumentative. It's good conversation when you got two sides and, you know, both sides can present.
Yeah, you like to play devil's advocate, so to
Yeah,
speak.
for sure. Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh no, Brit is back. Will gold drop? I mean, I hope so, because I definitely can't afford it at these prices. You know, so what was, by the way, what was the catalyst in the last like 5 or 6 days for gold going up like $400?
I don't know, honestly. I think it's weird too because oil went up simultaneously. Like gold is up to almost $4,500 an ounce right now. So gold is up, right? But it's weird because, you know, you would think, okay, gold is rate sensitive right now. That's how it's been moving, especially in big data releases like this. And so in theory, oil being up should make gold go down because oil going up increases yields, right? And bond yields increase as oil and as inflation becomes more of a priority in the Fed's dual mandate. That means higher interest rates, which means higher yields, which means bonds are paying out more. Sorry, it's kind of confusing, but it means bonds are paying out more, which means less people might buy gold, essentially, right? But what we've seen over the past few days is more escalation in the Middle East, less optimism in the Middle East, higher oil prices, but simultaneously, gold has gone up. Like, here's gold. Gold is up to freaking $4,500 an ounce right now. It's bounced back pretty heavily. And so, yeah, I mean, it's been a weird market, but gold is kind of different anyway.
you had a chance under 4K 3 times and you didn't take it. Don't you speak about logic and common sense to me? You know?
Yeah, don't you bring logic in here, sir. All right, like we don't need your logic today. I mean, don't make me feel bad. I was waiting for 3,500. I really was.
I really was too, honestly. But like, yes, I had a lot of chances to take advantage of it. No, I didn't. But I don't care. I'm behaving irrationally, and I want gold to drop.
I want gold to drop too. Like, let it drop to 50 an ounce. You know, the problem with gold at 50 an ounce is everybody would buy it, and it would be worth much. You know, it would dilute everything.
Yeah, but I'm okay with it.
How is gold going to go high if rates are higher? It's usually the opposite. Rates go down, gold goes up. If rates go up, gold goes down, and if rates go down, gold goes up. But it's not a perfect correlation. And gold can sometimes certainly trend away from that. And so gold is not perfectly pinned to like higher yields. It makes gold drop, and lower yields makes gold go up. We're just looking at recent history. And it's also like the dynamic of markets in general, not just gold specifically, but a lot of markets. Like, if you want to understand markets, you got to understand the bond market first. Higher interest rate sentiment, higher oil right now means higher interest rates means higher yields. Higher oil means higher interest rates, and higher interest rates means higher yields, right? And so it's risk on versus risk off assets. So risk off assets are yield paying assets that are guaranteed. Like, you buy bonds with certain yields, they're guaranteed by the US government if they're treasury bonds, right? So it's guaranteed money. You know, it's not unknown whether you're going to make money. It's, this is how much I'm going to make. This is how much I've invested. This is how much it's going to return. Those are risk off assets. Risk on assets do not have yields, like gold, silver, equities, crypto, Bitcoin. And so when one does well, the other one generally, and I say generally because markets can always move, but when one goes, when one goes up, the other one generally goes down, and vice versa. And so, yeah, you'll see the moves in Bitcoin as well. Like, Bitcoin's a good example of this. It usually moves with gold in a lot of ways, and gold is up and Bitcoin is up today. But again, Bitcoin wants easing, it wants stimulation, it wants printing. And so Bitcoin, should react in a similar way as gold, which is if we have higher inflation, Bitcoin goes down, equities go down, gold goes down. But it's not pinned to that, and we could get anything really, and it depends on what the numbers show. If it's flat, it's definitely more ambiguous, obviously, but I don't know. The bond correlation was the closest thing I ever tested as a strategy, and I think again, if you understand the bond market, there's a lot of ways to make money in the market, right? Like, you can use your head and say, okay, well, we have higher inflation, we have. I think I like using it around the Fed meetings. A lot of times you can't do this in prop firms, but some of them allow it. But like during a Fed meeting, if we have split odds like we did last time, but you think it's more weighted to one side than the odds are showing, then you can make some speculations on what to buy or sell based off of that. Like the last time, the Fed meeting, I thought we were overpricing in hike odds, and I thought we were going to pause. And so when we did announce a pause, because hike odds were so overestimated, then gold would rip, Bitcoin would rip, equities would rip, and that's precisely what happened, is that we paused, which, and then gold ended up flying up afterwards. And so there's money to be made doing it based off of correlations. But yeah. Nebius is pumping. Did Nebius release their numbers here? Yeah, they did. Nebius just ripped. Let me see if I can find the numbers for it. But it looks like Nebius numbers are out right now. Let's see. Iran is also continuing the conflict until the president leaves office. I'm looking at Nebius right now.
I could just look it up myself, but what is Nebius?
Nebius is a AI related stock. Nvidia also holds a large piece in it. Okay. So Nebius is a cloud infrastructure company. It basically builds data centers. It builds data centers. It rents out computer powered data storage software. So it's like a neo cloud platform is what it's called. But Nebius numbers are out right now. They posted adjusted net revenue of negative 33.2 million. They expected negative 190 million. So much better than expected. Revenue of 582.3 million versus expected 570. So they beat on both fronts for Nebius here. I'll put the numbers up in chat. Nebius is actually jumping up right here. Nvidia owns like a 9% stake in NBIS as well. Yeah, there's Nebius numbers right here in chat. 85% the dollar is going to weaken. Okay, so the dollar weakening would basically mean lower than expected inflation. So like the dollar going down is going to make inflation expectations. Yeah, let me do a poll here. And again, going back to bonds, if you understand the bond market, you understand markets to a certain extent. In order to buy bonds to take advantage of high yields, what do you need? I've told this correlation before, but in order to buy bonds and take advantage of higher yielding bonds, what do you buy them with if they're treasury bonds?
Trying to make me answer? You just
I think you probably know, but let's see if the chat knows.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty simple answer, to be honest. Does anybody know out there? Hello. We have 1,100 people here.
A bunch of times before, so.
Yeah, I've told this correlation. Nobody knows the answer, chat? Come on now. Smart B, you knew. The answer, guys, is the dollar. Is cash money. You know, taking over for the 99 and the 2000s. It's cash money. You gotta buy the US. You gotta use the U.S. dollar to buy bonds. So if yields go up, the dollar strengthens because you gotta use the U.S. dollar to buy those bonds. So people saying the dollar index is going to go down on the inflation report are essentially saying inflation is going to come in lower than expected. Because if the Dixie falls, that means bond yields probably went down, and that means inflation was probably lower than expected. I was talking about much more advanced macro stuff. John, you probably were, Sam, honestly. Just do the opposite of Burry. Buy or sell, gold buy or sell. Oh, bro, you buy or sell bots are about to get, you know, booted out of here, sir. You're going to get booted out of here, Alex. Alex, prove to me you're not a bot, Alex Large, or Legetes.
Will he prove it, everybody? That's the question.
Yeah, is he a bot? Yeah, dude. Yeah, Scotty. That's how it goes.
Also, John, I think you should do like market and economics-based rap songs.
I mean, I can put it in sub-only mode and get rid of these guys pretty quick here. Buy Bitcoin today. Crypto would pump huge. Dinesh. Okay, Dinesh.
Dinesh Kumar, huh?
Alex, how could you do this to me? Dinesh is banned. Good day to you, sir. I don't know. You got that last one in there. All right, Dinesh is banned. Who else is in here? That's a bot. Alex, you about to get banned quick too. Alex, you're banned too. I'm like Oprah, but with bans. You know.
I was gonna say, I don't know about you guys, chat, but I can hear like a little bit of glee in John's voice every time he bans somebody.
It's kind of fun to do it, honestly. It's kind of fun.
Don't blame you.
I'm like Oprah with these bands here, dude.
You're exerting power, is what it is.
Right. It feels good, bro. The power, you know, the power. I like it. Honestly, I like it. You know, never make me leader of a country because I like power. You know, remember
I was going to
that.
say, never let John become the dictator of your country.
Yeah. If I ever do run for office, dude, that quote's going to come back. Somebody's going to clip that quote and be like, hey, look at this guy. He just likes power.
Be a dictator.
Yeah. All right. So I'm seeing news that the IRGC commander said Iran produces more weapons daily than it fires, and that even if the war lasts years, they will continue until the final day. We are full porting today. What's your prediction on CPI? I've said it once. Brits is slightly lower than expected. Mine is 3.5% is I think what we're going to show up as. I might be wrong. And again, guys, listen, I just straight up guess these numbers. You might look at my history and be like, hey, John's got a decent track record. Maybe he has insider info. You know, maybe he's a government spy. Maybe, you know, he has Bloomberg Terminal. Maybe all of these things, I'm putting this all out there. None of that is true, guys. None of that is true. I just straight up guess numbers. All right.
Oh, no.
Now,
you definitely remind me of like Brad Pitt in Spy Game. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I can feel that. And maybe I am.
Much more handsome. But
maybe I'm the psychic kid from Starship Troopers with the ferret. That's possible too.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, maybe I'm Neil Patrick Harris in Starship Troopers. I don't know. But this is just a straight up guess here. Do not copy me. Dollar index is dumping. Goldman Sachs is going to acquire ETF provider Neos in a $2.3 billion deal. Maybe I'm an AI bot. That's definitely true. Dollar index is dumping. Yeah, I mean, the dollar index technically red on the day now. Markets are pricing in a slightly lower than expected inflation print. And again, maybe we do get lower than expected. I genuinely don't know what this is going to show today. Again, Iran could prolong the conflict until the president leaves office to impose costs and strengthen deterrence, apparently, according to a senior IRGC advisor. He claimed that Iran is winning, accused Washington of lacking a clear strategy, said the longer it continues, the more Iran learns, and that they also claimed, so that is basically what's going on. And again, markets are still reeling from the previous quotes here. Oil is still up from these quotes. You can see where some of these quotes came out here with the oil spike right here. Let me put the volume so y'all can actually see the volume here. There we go. That's better. But yeah, earlier today, like right before I started the stream, we had news that Iranian sources are suggesting there are no current talks on extending the U.S. ceasefire and more. So that spiked oil. The UK Treasury also reportedly sees 2027 GDP growth at only 0.3% if the Strait of Hormuz stays closed, according to reports. We got 45 minutes until CPI inflation data today, guys. Nebius crashed. Yeah, Nebius giving back all the gains here.
Goldman Sachs to acquire ETF provider Neos in a $2.3 billion deal.
Yeah, cost you only 52% chance of over 3.3%. Setia, I don't know buy or sell. You're also spelling sell wrong. Hey, what's up, Sorrel? How you doing, brother? My friend from Arkansas. CPI coming in low today, but the conflict will kill the little momentum we have. Maybe, yeah, and memory plays are up. So memory stocks are up. People are talking about Burry, but Burry's still green in a lot of these. Here's MU, here's SanDisk. This is mostly from CoreWeave, Beat, and Race for CoreWeave. It's up to 105, so you can see CoreWeave stock running up pretty big here. Nebius is still green from when its earnings came out, but it's not very green. It's basically flat.
I gotta be honest, I don't like to hear about Barry, but that's just mostly because I don't like his name.
Yeah, I see multiple people saying buy or sell, and then they're spelling sell wrong. I might just ban you guys. Oscar, show me you're not a bot, dude. Hal Nawab, show me you're not a bot, bro.
Wonder if it's Oscar the Grouch.
Hey, thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. It might be. Might be Oscar the bot here. I'm logging Bitcoin, Blurry, Nvidia. Yeah, this is going to be like the Hunger Games, but it's going to be showing us you're not a bot instead of competing in a, death match. I buy a bot, a dyslexic bot. Yeah, whoever the bot is doesn't know how to spell.
The death matches are so much more interesting.
Yeah, Oscar. Lurkers. Hello. Here, Lurkers, listen. This is an action call to the Lurkers today. Lurkers, I know we got a lot of people here, and sometimes you watch the stream, and sometimes, you don't say anything. That's why you're a lurker. That's okay. You lurk, I work. That's fine. We need your help, in the arms of the angels. We need your help today.
Honestly, every time you say lurkers assemble, it just makes me think of like a really old school, like Justice Friends.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Those old school Saturday cartoons, bro.
Yeah.
But lurkers, we need your help to fight the bots today. All right, we need it.
This is your mission, should you choose to accept it. This message will self-destruct in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Is this CPI from July where crude is up? Yes, this is the CPI report from July where crude is up. Just to put it into perspective, and crude's still jumping up a little bit on some of the quotes we got this morning. Look at oil right now. So this is the July CPI report. Remember, oil in some parts of July got up to over $90 a barrel. It eventually came back down, but it's now back up here. So oil at some points in July was over 90. So the question is, do we see higher than expected? And these expectations are already, reading the high July print. And so that's what these expectations are from anyway. But it's an interesting report for sure. I don't know if we're going to show up super high and get fear and rate hike odds increase, or if we're going to show up super low. I'm going to go with somewhere in the middle. Like I said, kind of flat, 0.1% higher is my guess. But who knows? We'll see. Again, I'm worried people are going to take my expectation with a little bit too much here. So,
well, hello to you too, Solar. Nice to see you.
Are you going to be live during CPI? Yeah. I mean, the name of the stream is CPI inflation. You know, we got a big timer for CPI at the bottom. I think that would be pretty funny if I just didn't stream it. First 10 minutes of New York session, we're going up. I'm buying the euro, US dollar. MU is sell or hold. Just roll one, chilling and waiting for pumping.
Oh, and thanks, Adnot.
Regardless, CPI full port at the open. What's up, Hiram? Hey, thank you, brother. Smartass John. Smartass John comes out when Brit's here, really. I mean, I'm probably kind of smartass regardless of whether Brit's here. Hey, thank you for the subscribe. More and appreciate it.
I definitely exacerbate that particular personality trait, though.
Yeah, I've been hanging out with Brit since I was freaking 14, 15, you know? So when Brit is here, we communicate like teenagers. We really do. I kind of, with your old friends, you revert back to your teenage ways.
You definitely fall back into it.
Buy or sell. DJ, I can respect you're probably not a bot just because you intentionally spelled it wrong in sarcasm.
Hello, Hiram.
Bro, should we buy or sell gold before CPI? I don't know, bro. Buy or sell gold? I don't know. I have no idea. Guys, I don't know whether you should buy or sell gold. Sale. John, you are out of pocket. Am I? I don't think I'm that out of pocket, dude. I've been up since like 1 a.m. I fell asleep early. My kids started school today. I fell asleep early. And then I woke up at like 1 o'clock. And then I'm like, okay, I still got like 4 hours. I can go back to sleep. And then I woke up at 2 a.m. And then I looked at the clock. And then I'm like, crap, man. I just woke up an hour later. And then the cortisol spikes. Because I'm like, hey, I gotta go back to sleep again. And then I got up at like 4 a.m. You know? And so I've been
I know what actually caused it, John.
What is it?
I think, you know how like kids are like really excited or like nervous the day before, like the first day of school, and so they have trouble sleeping. I think you were just like really excited to have your kids out of the house, back in school.
I'm definitely,
you know, you just couldn't sleep.
I'm definitely a little excited for that. I mean, every parent knows this. I'm definitely at least a little bit excited. John, buy or sell the NASDAQ? I don't know. I don't know, buy or sell the NASDAQ. Depends on what the numbers show up as. Most of markets are pricing in lower inflation data today. So they're pricing in optimism on gold, optimism on the NASDAQ, optimism on Bitcoin. John, how much of a big deal is this report? This is a big report. This is a very large report. Why is it important? Because number one, we got about 50-50 odds of rate hike versus pause on the Fed watch tool. So markets are pricing at about a 50-50 chance we raise rates next meeting. And this specific report today is going to guide that. We still get one more of these before the Fed decision, but it's going to be so recent, they're going to discount it a little bit, and they're going to look at this one more than anything for CPI inflation data, right? So this is the most important inflation report regarding what we do in the next Fed decision regarding raising rates, which will push gold down, which will push the NASDAQ down probably if we do raise, or whether we come in lower than expected today and it opens up the green light to not hike and to potentially, you know, focus more on the labor market in the future. So yeah, CPI does move markets. A lot of prop firms are restricting trade on today because, you know, this thing can move markets. Depends on what the numbers show up as, but it does move markets for sure. What's up, Britt? What were you saying?
I won't say anything.
Oh, let me do a poll here. The CPI year over year show up higher than 3.4% today. Yes or no? The CPI year over year show up higher than 3.4% is the poll. Yeah, all good, Talia. A massive amount of all markets are front running a soft CPI right now, so the move already happened. Yeah, honestly, I see a lot of people betting on slight lower than expected CPI. And sometimes whenever the broad market is expecting something, I like to do the opposite. But, you know, there is, again, in statistics, you have something called the wisdom of the crowd. You can look at odds makers like Polymarket to see some of this sometimes. Essentially what this means is that when, you know, a majority of the crowd bets on something, there's some accuracy to it. Part of it is because there's insiders, especially on like odds makers like Polymarket. Like there's going to be some insiders most likely making their bets and betting on different things and influencing the odds. And so, again, most of the market's pricing in a lower CPI print today. We'll see if that ends up following through. But yeah, we have 34 minutes left. All right, dude, I'm about to just start banning the gold buy or sell. If you say gold buy or sell, I'm going to ban you.
You talking about the part that Panara sued, dude?
I got It's Fun Vlogs. Are we doomed? Yeah. Gold pullback for sure today. Poly market right now has CPI priced in at about a 54% chance. Core CPI, about a 56% chance it comes in at 2.4% today, which is as expected. There's about a 38% chance it shows up at 2.5% for core. About a 5% chance it shows up at 2.6%. Now remember, this is core expectations here. Again, the annual expectation for July is expected to show up. The majority of expectations are on 3.3%, which is where I've heard a lot of people bet on. There's also about a 41% chance it shows up at 3.4 for headline CPI data. I'm showing headline CPI data is expected right around 3.4%. So last time it was 3.5. My guess is 3.5, maybe 3.4, but I don't know. A lot of people are betting on 3.3%, which is interesting.
And no, Asafla, the rumor actually was that I was hiding out in Mexico to avoid the Home Depot credit card people.
Yeah, Britt got on a rubber boat. You know, he bought one of the... You never seen those videos where people buy like a bunch of Home Depot stuff for like 1 cent? Britt did that, and now he's on the run. So
yeah, Home Depot's sending creditors after me.
yeah, they're after him right now. Hey, what's up, EM? I'm not going to trade today because I'm scared. Okay, that's fair. No one knows yet. Market makers will flip a coin before market open to decide if they want to pump it or dump it. Hey, thank you, Jesse James.
Thanks,
I like
Taps.
the name. So what happened if this has happened? Somebody says, what happened if this is happened? Guys.
Well, if this has happened, then I think it might have happened.
I think it could happen. I don't know what it is, but it could happen. Definitely could. What are the odds on poly market? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Charles? How you doing, dude?
Carl's in charge. What's up, bro?
I never seem to find the penny deals ever, bro. I don't know why the algorithm sends me those videos. It's like a dude. It's always the same thing. It's like, hey, let me buy this. You know, they go to ring it up. It's 1 cent. You know, the cashier trips out and they're like, oh no, we can't allow this. The guy like waits for them to walk away and immediately like pays for it and then has the receipt and he's like, look, I bought it already, you know, and then it's a mess. Hey, shout out to Clouds. Appreciate the subscribe, my friend. I see China's currency has come under more pressure to appreciate since the US and Japan moved to strengthen the yen, according to Bloomberg Economics. Hey, shout out to Bitcoin Bull with the $50 dono, my friend. Hey, thank you, friend. Brent Attorney Fee Fund. Hey, shout out to Bitcoin Bull, my guy. Hey, thank you, brother.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. Really, really appreciate it. Genuinely.
Hey, yeah, that's a great donation, dude. Shout out to Bitcoin Bull. I appreciate the $50, my friend. Thank you, brother.
That'll definitely help with my Home Depot issues. I mean, you might just be enabling, but thank you.
Yeah. Listen, CPI. I asked people, will CPI show up higher than 3.4%? 61% say yes. 39% say no. Yeah. What idea do you have from CPI day? I know I had an idea the last Fed meeting. CPI is a little different though. I don't there's such a larger range in regards to what it shows up as. Most of the market's already baked into about 3.3% today. Expectations I'm showing, depends on where you look. Market Watch has it expected today at about 3.4% year over year. And so that number is kind of baked into markets already. I really don't know what we're going to show up as for CPI. I genuinely don't know. We'll see. Hey, what's up, Clayton? What's up, Proxy? Hey, thank you, Pack. Gold crash today. The poll is always wrong. Gold is bearish or bullish today. I have no idea. It depends on what CPI shows up as. Gold crash today. I mean, 61% of the poll is showing they think it's going to come in at higher than 3.4%. We got exactly 30 minutes right now, chat. Exactly 30 minutes. Again, guys, listen, if you just say buy or sell gold, question mark, I am going to ban you. There's too many bots out there doing that. Jobs came out really weak last time. So somebody
Honestly,
said, how
it's
did...
just me.
Yeah, Brit. Okay, there we go.
You just banned somebody, didn't you?
You get a ban.
I knew it.
I asked Claude. China made that huge purchase of gold last night. Yeah, I heard that as well. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin should move in similar to gold. Bitcoin should move roughly in similar to gold. Darkage, you're on the edge now. how the numbers on the CPI affect the market. So higher inflation is generally bad. I mean, this is pretty obvious, but I think higher inflation is generally bad. Lower inflation is generally better. And I think right now, especially, markets want rate. They want rate cuts. They're not going to get rate cuts, but they definitely don't want rate hikes, right? And so lower inflation data should ease some of the concerns about rate hikes. It should benefit gold. The Nasdaq is still kind of pushing here. Look at the NQ right now. So the Nasdaq just broke highs of the day here. It got up to 29,850s just now. So the Nasdaq is actually pushing up some ahead of this report. Man, I don't even get noticed. I notice you, Reset Ledger. I know you.
He just notices you quietly.
Yeah, what's no Tate hikes? Buy gold or eat silver?
I thought Brit was banned. Nobody puts Brit in the corner, okay?
Brit, sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Gold is not a play. A piece of paper that says gold on it might be short term. Yeah, oil's up. We do essentially have more escalation here. NBIS actually rebounded back up, though. The Nasdaq is still pumping up. Chips are up today after CoreWeave, Supermicro Semiconductor, and Nibius earnings came out. All better than expected for all of those, essentially. Buy or sell the Nasdaq?
I don't really know checkboard, honestly. I'm not going to give advice on that.
Previous few times, 30 minutes before the report came out, we can see the trend 70% of the time I checked.
I appreciate
gold.
you asking, though.
Yeah, here's gold, guys. I'm scared to even put this chart up right now based off of all this stuff. But here's gold. Gold up to 44.70s right now. So gold has been very strong.
Don't be scared, John. The chat will protect you.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to ban some of the bots. Where can I find the CPI percentage first? Well, I mean, CPI is expected at 3.4%. You can look at Market Watch if you want to see it. All right, we're going to ban you. Buy or sell gold.
I noticed the distinction checker. Honestly, I was just trying to squirrel out of it. I don't know. I really don't have any idea.
Yeah, but put this out there, guys. If you ask to buy or sell gold in any way, you better show you're not a bot first, because I'm just handing out bans this morning. Yeah, I'm like Oprah, but with bans instead of cars. I need a task force, I think, for these things. You know, I'm going to set a task force up to make sure that task force is running right. You know, make sure it's task forcing correctly.
John was known for his task force skills in high school. You know?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to T-Series. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for the subscribe. I mean, in a second, we're just going to put it in sub-only mode. That should get rid of most of these gold bots, realistically. Damn, boy. I just want to know what if CPI is higher than expected. Dude, nobody knows if it's going to come in higher than expected today. I mean, most people are actually betting, again, on 3.3%, which is lower than expected. On the month for headline CPI, it's expected at 0.1%. Last time was negative 0.4%. So 0.1% expected. Last time was negative 0.4%. And that's only because in June, oil decreased substantially. At some points in June, oil fell all the way down to under $70 a barrel. That is why inflation showed up so much lower last time and negative in the month. Hey, shout out to Charles.
I think it just means what will happen to the market if CPI comes in higher than expected.
Oh, if CPI comes in higher than expected, generally speaking, it depends on how high, but generally the market's going to go down. If it's higher, inflation is going to increase the odds of a rate hike. And so, yeah.
Thanks for the subscribes. The last couple of people who did it. I didn't see any of the names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me neither. But I appreciate you guys. Wingman says, yeah, what to do if it's higher. If it's higher, gold will probably drop. Bitcoin will probably drop. But I say probably because it's all generally speaking. Like, there's outliers sometimes in terms of reports. Sometimes the opposite happens where we have higher inflation. It's not as high as, you know, markets feared, and so we end up going up. But that's more rare. I would say, generally speaking, higher inflation's bad. It's going to make gold drop, equities drop, yields spike, rate hike odds increase.
Oh, thanks, Farmer. Missed you guys too.
John can't let anyone mod. He likes to micromanage too much. Yeah, I mean, look, there's no. I'm watching the chat. If I didn't respond to the chat so much and like watch it heavily, it would be different. Like if I was doing other things and not looking at the chat and responding to the chat, then maybe I would need like heavier modding work. But I look at the chat all day. I ban people faster. I'm the fastest ban around here.
Fastest banner in the West, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Again, what percentage do you guys think CPI inflation data shows up as today? I'm going to go with 3.5.
Thanks, Wingman. I mean, no problem, Wingman.
What percentage? Guys, give me some percentages in chat, year over year CPI. I'm going to go 3.5. A lot of people think 3.3.
I'm going to split the difference and say 3 point.
3.6, 2.9, 3.3%. Buy, 3.6%, 3.3, 3.8, 3.95, 3.4, 2.9. 2.9, the market would absolutely love it, and it would rally. 3.4, 10%.
Huh?
Yeah. What a great bet. CPI, 4.1% is not happening either.
I'll laugh so hard if it did come in at 10%.
Dude, if it showed up at 10%, the market probably would genuinely crash. Like 10% would be a shocking print, obviously.
Well, then I would only laugh briefly then.
Yeah, don't laugh too hard. I mean, honestly, my views would probably go up. You know, not to be selfish.
Yeah.
I don't want 10% inflation, guys. But 3.6, 3.4, 3.2. Okay. 3.6, 2.8. A lot of people with 3.6 bet. We'll see if y'all are right. All right, guys, we got 20-something minutes left until CPI inflation data drops. 4% will come
Are you
out
guys
as
just taking
expected.
random guesses, or do you have, or do any of you actually have a reason for your picks?
Chat? Mine's just a straight-up guess.
Mine is too. I said it earlier. I was just kind of going with some people early on in the chat, you know?
Like, I've given my strategy for betting on CPI. Like, people, because for some reason I've gotten it right a lot, but it is a straight-up guess. The only thought I put into it is I think, hey, what do they want these numbers to be? It's the BLS, you know? So I'm like, what are the numbers? What do they want these numbers to be? I'm not saying they want higher inflation data today, but that's why I'm going 3.5.
Appreciate all the answers, the honest answers, guys, you know?
3.9%. I don't think it's happening, Omar. If it did, markets would freak out. And remember, we do have PPI inflation data tomorrow. Oil is now up. Gold will now go
this
down.
week in America?
What did he say?
How much is cheese going up this week in America?
I don't buy a lot of cheese, to be honest. I mean, I'll eat cheese. Don't get me wrong. Give me a burger, I'll eat some cheese. You know.
Undoubtedly, you know, especially cheddar.
Yeah, for a while we got into stinky cheese and apples, and that was pretty good. But we've moved past that now. Go and buy or sell.
You moved past that phase in your life.
Yeah, we have. You know, that's behind us now. Yeah, I'm seeing like Truflation data. Like we did look at Truflation's report. They are showing. Let me see. Truflation US CPI. They're showing. What is this? How many months is this data?
Good joke, Jablo, or however you say that. How do you say PPI backwards?
Hey, thank you, Kai. Appreciate the sub, my friend. But yeah, they are. We're looking like 2.25% for CPI inflation. Hey, thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate it, dude.
Is the price of eggs still going up? I didn't. Were they going up at all? I mean, I know they were, you know, a while back, but I don't think so.
Yeah, these buy or sell bots. I've been banning anybody that says buy or sell.
Pew.
I don't know what their goal is though. Like, look, like I heard they were trying to scam people, but like I don't know how they're gonna scam people here. You know. Trebek, I almost banned you for that just now, dude.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm not really sure what the angle is on like what they're trying to get out of that spamming.
Yeah. Will PPI move markets that much? I'm not sure. It depends on what it shows up as. 2.8 because the Nasdaq is rallying. Yeah, I mean, look, gold is up today. So is the Nasdaq here, but a lot of this is from chips rebounding. So a lot of the Nasdaq being so green on the day, it's not purely based on CPI. CoreWeave better than expected earnings. Supermicro Semiconductors better than expected earnings. Nebius better than expected earnings. So these are chips rebounding here today is what this is. MU is up. SanDisk is up. Nvidia is up. Right? So a lot of this is microchip related in terms of the strength in the market here. Yeah. At this point, the gold thing is just a rage bait. Yeah, yeah. What about gold, man? Dude, I've been talking about gold. Hey,
you say about gold, John?
There. Did somebody say buy or sell gold?
They might have.
Huh?
So
what
out of
YouTube
curiosity,
plaque is that behind you? Or go ahead, Britt.
No, I'm just gonna ask is how much has silver tracked up with gold over the last 5 or 6 days, or has it gone up at all?
No, silver's up. It's up to $66. Remember, I think the last time you saw it was at like $60 a barrel. So it's up for sure. Here, I'm gonna go and put this thing in sub-only mode so that I don't have to
A whole
deal
barrel
with
of silver?
Oh, a barrel? Did I say a barrel?
Yeah, you did.
$60 an ounce, guys. I'm sorry. All
I
right,
was
we
about to
are
say
in,
$60 a barrel. Silver has crashed.
dude. Sign me up. Sign me up. Is software moving? I mean, we could look at like ServiceNow. It's down in the day. A lot of the time, the dynamic here is like software up, chips down, because they're seen as competition to some extent. Microsoft's down on the day. Adobe is down on the day. IBM is probably down on the day. Yeah, so IBM, you know, all the software companies are down because chips are up. MU was up. SanDisk is up. SK Hynix is up. You know, Nvidia is green. MU, you know, they're all green on the day. Chips are up after good tech earnings. And the next big play is Nvidia earnings. That's going to be the big one. Pirate John? Definitely Pirate John.
If we get rate hikes, we would probably get silver for $60 a barrel.
Yeah. What is the talk? Thank you, Anna, for the subscribe.
Thanks, Anna.
Are you guys playing League of Legends? No. I don't play League. I'm not a big PC gamer. I'll play like Halo, Overwatch. I'll play UFC 6 is out. I've been playing that. I'll play MLB The Show occasionally. I'll play Call of Duty.
Of games across multiple genres, but I've heard of League of Legends, but I've never played it or fooled with it. I don't know anything about it.
It looks fun. It looks fun. All right, guys. It's a bull trap. Patrick says bullish or bearish for the announcement. Are y'all bull or bear here today, guys? I gotta do a bull or bear question. We got like 18 minutes left here too. Here's the Nasdaq. Nasdaq very green on the day. Again, markets are pricing in optimism. Hey, thank you, Vogue. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, I'm definitely gonna play GTA 6.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Timeout for Max.
Those games are so funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're fun to play, dude. Again, bull or bear chat on CPI inflation data today. Bull, bear, let's be real. Bear, bear, bear. Bull, bull, bull. So y'all are bear, full bull. Bull.
Maybe full up bull.
Bye. What are you, John? I don't know. I'm slightly bearish just because July inflation was so hot. Or July oil was so high. But I don't know. It didn't stay high for all of July, right? So like the thing to consider here, there's a little bit of lag for sure. Here's oil prices. They didn't stay high for the entire period of July. Like by the time the end of July happened, we were back down to 82. We're basically where we're at now, maybe a little bit lower than where we are now when July ended. So it's hard to tell. Like I said, that's why I'm just going slightly higher than expected, but it's just a straight up guess. Bull from a low, but bear from right here. Skittish. Yeah, I'm apprehensive to take any big positions here. Big bear as expected. Yeah, we did a poll. 65% think we do show up higher than 3.4%. That's out of 1,400 votes. So we do got a lot of votes here today. And we'll see what happens, chat. We'll see what happens. It's a big report. CPI inflation data is massive here. So we did
anything could happen. You know,
yeah,
anything happens all the time.
Anything could happen. So we'll see again. We'll see if this causes volatility. We'll see if PPI causes volatility tomorrow. Because and then we got retail sales on Friday. Bear. I'm buying gold. Oh. It's not necessarily a bot comment. What's gold doing? Fed rage. Bro, you almost got banned, dude. If you weren't a normal contributing member of the stream, I might ban you here.
Yeah, you're just gonna start banning anybody that mentions gold.
Charles Brandon, I saw you ask other comments. Base case 74% on Kalshi. NBIS just released great earnings. Yeah, NBIS is running up a little bit too here this morning. Here's NBIS.
Thanks, Dungo Day and Jarnay.
They're up to 223s right now for NBIS. Whatever it needs to be set up for wait at least 15 minutes or 4 hours after CPI before opening a gold position. I'm bear today. I think a lot of the Simeon Mag 7 will hit the 200 SMA. The first move is often the wrong move. Yeah, 100%. I mean, but CPI, it's not necessarily the case, right? Like CPI, sometimes we can have a really big first move that we don't retrace completely back from. Hey, shout out to Teddy. Thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Teddy, bro. He said gold buy. Teddy, are you real? Hello, Teddy. Say something else besides buy gold right now. Do it now. If everyone says bear, then I have to say bull. Everybody's honestly saying bullish, though. Like, markets are pricing in about a 3.3% expectation. I've seen a lot of people bet that gold's going to rally and that inflation's going to show up slightly lower than expected here. Teddy, I'm still waiting.
How much time does Teddy get to prove it?
I don't know. I'll give him about a minute or two here. Something else? Omar, that's not Teddy. Teddy, everyone trust me, buy gold. Oh my gosh, dude, he doubled down. Teddy, hello.
He did use a different emoji, though.
He did use a different emoji, bro. Dagan, hey, my guy, thank you for the subscribe, my friend. Really scared to buy gold? I'm Voltron? Okay, that's fair. Hey, Ralph Media, shout out to Ralph. Good morning, what's up, Don? Okay, I'll use yellow word. Okay, Charles, you're not a bot. I can appreciate you. Teddy is a bot, almost certainly.
I knew Charles wasn't. I saw him talking about some other stuff earlier.
Yeah. See you, Teddy. Buy gold, bald guys. Okay, that's Max. Okay, I was about to, Max about to get a ban in here.
Pew. mean Pew.
What's more important, year over year, month over month? Honestly, I would say month over month's a little bit more important right now, just based off of the recent changes in oil prices month over month versus year over year. I would say month over month is actually slightly more important. It's expected for headline CPI today at 0.1%. Previous was negative 0.4%. So I would say month over month is a little bit more important, but we're going to look at the year over year reading anyway. But I would say month over month is a tad bit more important.
Teddy says terst me, bro.
Did he?
Yeah, terst.
Oh, terst me, bro. Okay,
Sure,
he didn't say
trust,
gold.
but,
Maybe he's not.
But I'm going
bot.
to take you at your word.
Brit, terst me. He didn't mean trust. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. I've heard the word terst used a lot.
John, I got a request here. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Mal. By Gord. Okay. Now people are just leaning into it. My prediction again, just straight up guess, 3.5% year over year. That's my guess. 3.4, 3.5. I'm gonna go with a range of 2, just so I can claim I'm right, regardless of whether it shows up at 3.4 or 3.5. But my base case is 3.5, but I think we could show up at 3.4 as well.
There's probably a good argument for that.
Yeah, core is more important, right?
So John,
I mean, it has to do with oil prices. Headline's going to be more variance heavy, I think. Core excludes food and energy. I mean, we're still going to see the secondary effects of higher oil prices on like airline and travel costs and more. But headline includes direct, headline includes direct oil prices. So a lot of people are going to watch headline. I'm going to have to get rid of the sub notifications here. We're just getting too many subscribers right now, to be honest, which is a good thing, but
I was about to say it's not a bad problem to have.
3.8% is my guess. How about a blast of 3.8%? 3.4% is bull. I think 3.4% is probably, I mean, even if it's as expected, I think markets might still react positively to it here. Here's gold right here. We're at 44.60s right now. Gold is very elevated over the last few days, even after higher oil prices.
Someone says sell Teddy, buy gold.
Hey, thank you, Fish. I'm gonna have to get rid of the sub notifications. They're just too much here. Here we go. Buy, I see her to... Okay, now Teddy. I feel like Teddy might not be a bot here. I can't really tell. Now he's intentionally
Pretty sure he's not.
saying... Yeah, I think he's intentionally saying things wrong. J Violet. XAU is gold Forex, by the way. So, I almost banned you, J Violet.
Thank you, GP. I appreciate it. Don't ban Violet, John.
I know, I didn't mean to. Yeah. Out there's a fortune waiting to be had. If you think I'd let it go, you're mad. Is that a song? It's gotta be. Teddy's not, he's trolling me. I can respect. I don't ever troll people, That's just not what I do here. I don't even know what a troll is, guys. But if you want to help support the channel,
And I know you do.
hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the like button. Nebius earnings are interesting. We're going to watch that after these numbers. But again, CPI inflation data goes live. Markets are very flat ahead of this. Gold is very flat. I'll put up gold and the NASDAQ here to see what they do regarding this report. Gold and the NASDAQ. Here's the NASDAQ right here. Still very green on the day. Let me put some indicators up. I want to see what the previous closing price is.
Okay, I thought you were saying Judas Priest VFL. I did not realize that was one of their songs. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we do really well, 30,000 is right here. So 30K, obviously a big level. I think 29,900 is probably a big level as well, right here. Obviously, we got the high of the day on the NASDAQ right here. 29,800 seems to be a level. Previous closing price is way down there at 29,640s, so we're looking at that. Gold high of the day is right here, I think at 44.85s. I think 4,500 is probably a big level to watch for gold here. For gold futures, 4,500. We got really close to that the other day at 44,995. So we got really close to that number here. We got 9 minutes left.
Oh man, something you said. Oh.
How we feeling on the Dow? Did you just say the Dow?
What? Dow.
The Dow. Boomers
My ears,
unite.
my ears pricked up, you know?
Are you gonna hold a
Maybe I'm
small
a boomer.
short on gold? No, Ox, I'm not. Or sorry, Britt.
Yeah, you're good.
Finish your Dow quote. Sorry, dude. Cut you off.
No, I was done. I just said my ears pricked up when you mentioned the Dow. Maybe I'm a boomer. That's all I was saying.
Now the chat's just trolling me, I think. That's gotta be happening right now. Boomer's gonna boom. Definitely boom.
John did not say that. I know he didn't say that.
What did it say?
Said John said you were in rehab.
You gotta love
I
the
already told
internet,
you.
bro. The internet's
I know.
fun.
I already told everybody earlier. I was hiding out in Mexico from my Home Depot creditors.
Okay, Huz, you gotta stop spamming, dude. Let's look at the Dow real quick. You've talked me into it, boomers. Let's take a look at it. The Dow, honestly, is still pretty elevated here. All-time highs on the Dow are just under 5,500s. We're at about 5,400s right now for the Dow. Let's see what happens. But again, we do have the CPI inflation report in 7 minutes here, chat. 7 minutes. Everyone crazy today. Buy gold grills. Bro, my wife flips off every flock camera we see. Like, we're driving down the street, and she's so serious about it. She's like, sees a flock camera, flips it off. Sees a flock camera, flips it off. I can respect it. I'm not doing it. But, like, I can almost respect it a little bit.
When you say a flock camera, you mean like a camera that monitors traffic? What are you talking about?
No, a flock camera, they've been putting them up everywhere. They're just like cameras. They're extensive cameras. They got one
Yeah,
right
I'm
down
a-
the street from our house. It's not even a busy road, but they got one.
I understand the merits of like CCTV and everything, but I'm highly against surveillance state like that.
No, me too. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about 1984 yesterday here.
It's very Orwellian. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Anyways, I'm going to pivot back to CPI inflation data.
Yeah. Me too.
Britt, how dare you run us off the stream? No, I'm just joking. We'll see what happens today, guys. CPI inflation, 0.1% month over month. You know, what would be shocking if we showed up at a negative print month over month? Last time we were negative at negative 0.4%. Today we're expecting 0.1%. Core excludes food and energy prices. It's expected at 2.5% on the year. Last time was 2.6%. So even core is expected to decrease some relative to the previous number here. At least slow some, I should probably say. Core CPI expected at 0.2% month over month. We got about 5 minutes left here for this report. About 5 minutes left. Will we see 3.3% peeps? A lot of people think so. Sometimes less.
Everyone that uses it. Okay.
Buying Palantir, silver buy or sell. Okay, dude. In the chat.
Hey, at least
5
it's a
minutes.
change.
I know. Look, I'm not even gonna ban that guy. You know, I feel like he's just messing with me, and that's fine.
Found a loophole, you know.
Buy gold, Teddy. Stop it, man. Stop it. I don't want to do it, Teddy. I kind of like you now. You know. 5 minutes left. All right, here we go. 5 minutes.
Eddie just likes living on the edge, you know.
Polar bear John on hitting the vape. Shh. Can CPI surprise like NFP? It definitely can. NFP data showed up shockingly weak numbers. We've been having some crazy numbers here. NFP data has been trending weak though. Gold is actually starting to fall down a little bit pretty quickly here ahead of the CPI report. I'm looking at oil. Oil's not really moving. Here's the NASDAQ. So look at gold fall down a little bit here. Again, markets are essentially pricing in obviously flat numbers. I've heard a lot of people say 3.3% and they're optimistic that gold's going to go up because of lower inflation data. We have less than 5 minutes now. We actually have about 4 minutes left until this report. So we will see what we get here. Also, guys, use my code BGT. You can use it on Lucid. A great way to help support the channel. Lucid has end-of-day drawdown. Lucid Flex is the single best account to get funded in. It takes 2 days to pass it, but they also have 1 day to pass it, like Lucid Daily. You can take daily withdrawals. I think it only takes 1 day to pass it, and there's no activation fee. And so Lucid's great. You can use my code BGT. It's a great way to help support the channel. We appreciate it. We got 4 minutes left. I'll put the link up if you want to help support the channel. Here's the link for Lucid. You can use my code BGT on Apex as well. Lucid, take profit, all that good stuff. There's the link right there. We'll put it to the top of the chat. But here we go. We are about to go live here. Gold 2 extended, waiting to short it near 44.50s. Yeah, I mean, gold's up, even though oil is up as well. Like, oil's up, gold is up, which is a strange dynamic here. The NASDAQ is starting to wiggle a little bit, though. We do have this report releasing very, very soon. Very, very soon. About 3 minutes left, chat. About 3 minutes. So we are going to see what we get today for inflation data. Most people are pricing in optimistic, dovishness ahead of the CPI inflation report. So most people are pricing in optimism. We have 3 minutes left. NASDAQ is very green after CoreWeave, Supermicro Semiconductors, and more earnings, Nebius earnings this morning. So chips are up, NASDAQ is up, but there's more escalation in the Middle East. Oil still elevated at $83 or $84 a barrel, but markets are pricing it in less. Gold is still elevated even with all of this going on. So
I agree with you, Nick. Mostly, I think.
John, Lucid Flex has Tradeovate. You can use that on any computer, basically, that has a web browser and internet.
John, fan yourself.
Insiders are now buying. Now buy gold. Long gold. Gold is the future. E-mini at high a day. S&P E-mini. Yeah, S&P is at highs of the day here. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes. We're at 77.75 right now for the S&P. Here's the NASDAQ. Gold, NASDAQ, S&P are going up. Is this insiders ahead of the report? Again, it's expected at 3.4% on the year, 0.1% on the month. Core is expected at 0.2% on the month and 2.5% on the year, I believe. But here we go. We got less than 2 minutes.
You're pretty excited,
Yeah. Higher means bullish or bearish. Higher is higher inflation. It means bearish. Probably 3.6%. Give me your last minute expectations here. We got less than a minute and a half left. What's your percentage year over year? It's expected at 3.4. Will Bitcoin go up or down? If inflation is higher, Bitcoin will probably go down with most risk-on assets and markets here. All right, guys, hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. We appreciate it. 3.6, 3.3, 3.6, 3.
Gold is the only real money in this world. I mean, I know gold will always have some value, but I mean, realistically, other than manufacturing, as a conductor, I don't really see the value in it.
All right, 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute, or less than a minute. We got about 50 seconds left until the CPI report.
Yeah,
Still getting out percentages.
Realistically, it's just a hunk of metal.
Yeah, it's a shiny rock,
Yeah.
But they use it for tech. All right, guys. So we are seeing big movement here. Look at that candle just now, dude. Very strange. The report's not out yet, but look at that candle here. Again, inflation drops in 30 seconds. 34 seconds. Look at gold run here. Does somebody have some insider information here? Is what I'm wondering. CPI expected at 3.4%. 20 seconds here, chat. 20 seconds. Look at that movement. We've seen this in the last couple reports as well. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the report right now. Okay, guys, so look at the waiting for CPI. CPI 3.4%. Everything was flat. 3.4% versus 3.4% expected. 0.1% on the month versus 0.1% on the month expected. Core CPI 0.2% versus 0.2% expected. 2.5% versus 2.5% expected. And so everything essentially showed up flat for CPI. Not really, but the NASDAQ does not like this here. The NASDAQ does not like this at all. Again, inflation data did show up flat just now.
Wow.
As expected, 2.5% on the month, or 2.5% on the year for core. Regular showed up at 0.1% as expected, 3.4% as expected, really. So everything basically showed up flat, and the NASDAQ reacted negatively here. So a negative reaction as expected data here today, though, guys. As expected data, increased 0.1% on the month, 2.4% on the year. as expected data here, chat. So we did have as expected data. Now let's take a look at some of these actual numbers here from this report. So let's take a look at some of these numbers here. But yeah, basically flat numbers here. All right, so look, we're gonna pull up the BLS page real quick. And again, I'm looking at revisions. I don't really see too much in revisions here. I see intervention analysis. So July CPI was soft overall. Headline inflation drove up just about 0.1%. The NASDAQ is not reacting well though. Food was contained. Shelter stayed cool. So shelter only rose 0.1% for July. So shelter stayed cool for the second straight month. Rent and owner's equivalent rent each rose 0.3%. So 0.3% for rent and owner's equivalent rent. Shelter inflation is now 3.2% year over year. Food was contained as well. Core services were mixed. Medical care rose 0.4%. Airline fares jumped 2.2%. Motor vehicle insurance fell 0.3%. But this is a broadly cooling report. And so sometimes the first move is the wrong move. But everything was basically flat versus expectations. Again, core inflation 0.2% monthly increase is manageable. Annual core rate eased from 2.6 to 2.5% today. So again, everything was basically flat, but I would say this is a slightly, what would be considered a slightly cool. July CPI came in relatively softly after June's negative 0.4% print, but still remained subdued and flat. Core inflation, again, 0.2% is manageable. Annual core rate, 2.5%. Shelter coming in soft is constructive because housing is one of the largest and most persistent CPI components. Again, energy prices are still elevated. 12-month energy increase of 14.7% is still a pretty high rise in energy prices. But again, July CPI came in relatively soft. And I would say this is relatively good. Oil still showed up high. You can see oil. July, it did decrease 1.7% for fuel. Gas decreased 2.9%. Still 14.7% on the year increase in energy prices, though. But I mean, look, it's not the worst report we could get, you know, and I think the NASDAQ honestly is starting to rebound some. Maybe this was the first move is the wrong move situation. But again, this is essentially flat here. This is essentially flat. Is this bullish or bearish, guys? Let me know. But the data basically showed essentially flat on everything. Yeah. So again, we'll see what we get. But is this bullish or bearish, chat? Let me know. What do you guys think?
I don't have any clue. And I'm just
I mean, I think it's kind of bullish. Yeah, I think it's kind of bullish, but what do you guys think?
Yeah, but I can't really read the intricacies of the market like you can, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly bullish. I'm just going to put it out there. I said 2.4 or 2.5%. We showed up at 2.4%. I'm just saying.
Almost like John was right or something.
My original guess was 2.5%, but I also said I think 2.4 or 2.5%. But everything was flat, which is really kind of strange here to me. 0.2% versus core.
All I ever heard you say was 0.4, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was basically flat for everything, which is interesting. We didn't really have one that showed up. Yeah, we could look at the Fed watch tool. I think we're going to pause rates next meeting after this. Coming in flat is a win, I think, and markets are reacting as such. Gold is moving up. The NASDAQ is moving up. So the Fed watch tool page is down, probably too much traffic on their servers. But I would say this is a win. I think this basically dispels rate hike fears right now.
Oh, thanks for the donation, Kareem.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to check the Fed watch tool, but again, it's kind of down right now. So it'll populate. Oh, here it is. It's back up. All right, so yeah, so odds of a pause went up dramatically after this. Pause odds are now 56%. They're much more the majority here. They were 48% for a hike. Now it's 44%. So they went down about 4% so far in terms of rate hike odds. And that makes sense. I think this basically confirms a pause, unless, you know, we get some other escalating things that spikes oil again at much greater levels than they're at now. I think we're going to pause in the next meeting. No? I think that makes the most sense. Do we hike or pause in the next meeting? What do you guys think? Let me know. Again, I'll put up a banner that kind of reads this, but everything was basically flat. But I think this is a win. I think this is a good print. I think CPI data coming in basically flat is a win. Not any big revisions. Again, I think CPI showed up basically flat is a win. I'll put this data up on screen so you guys can see it, but I think this is basically a win. Hey,
Quit
shout out to
trading
the...
LOL. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna say shout out to the guy with the donation, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, no,
checked the
we
Fed
very
watch
much
tool.
appreciate your generosity. You know.
Yeah, so CPI flat. SanDisk and Kioxia reveal new high performance CLC flash memory. Yeah, Bitcoin's falling. I mean, the market is kind of not reacting much to it because we showed up as expected. So it kind of got baked into a certain extent. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is falling down a little bit here. But it's basically flat as well. It's not really moving in any meaningful way. I mean, the data came in basically completely flat. And so, again, we'll see what happens today. But basically flat data is, you know, we'll see.
Or
The
Tony
CPI.
Hawk, he wants to raise. He wants the market to crash so he can do that. I mean, I think he would raise if it called for it. Honestly.
Yeah, look, I've had to do it. I'm sorry, Teddy, but you are now banned, sir. I mean,
Also, Phony Hawk, are you saying that he likes to pretend to be Tony Hawk?
Phony Hawk, yeah, yeah, I think so. Nasdaq almost got up to 30,000 here, so I'm watching 30K. I'm tempted to buy this dip, to be honest, right now. I think markets were already pricing this in, but look, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and buy right now. Again, buy or sell. I'm buy or sell the Nasdaq. I'm gonna buy here right now if I can get in. We'll take some size too. We'll take 6 contracts right now. I think markets are optimistic now about no hike. So we're gonna go ahead and buy this here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll lose. It's definitely volatile, but we're gonna go ahead and buy this. We bought the Nasdaq here. Let's see if we rise. Again, let me know if we buy or sell this dip.
Oxdex says free Teddy.
Why are you trying to talk like John? Howard. Are you talking to Britt, dude? Honestly, Britt and I basically have similar speech patterns.
No, we
were
do.
teenagers.
I mean, we grew up together. We grew up in the same place.
Yeah.
Who said that? Where is that?
Howard. Traders keep bets on 45% chance of a September Fed rate hike. So traders are betting lower odds of a rate hike. That's why I want to buy this. Wait for the dip at the open, then buy. I'm doing minis right now. We just had a CPI report, so I got minis here. But I do believe we're going to go up. I think at the same time, we were already up a lot, and chips are up already. If we look at yields, I'm pretty sure yields are going to dip from this report. Is my assumption here, but maybe my assumption is wrong just because we see hike odds go down. But I think this is going to revive like some more optimism here. Yeah, so yields are kind of flat. I mean, they were much more elevated right after the report. Here's 2-year treasury yields. We can look at 10-year yields as well.
I knew I could count on you to get in on the joke, Max.
What are 10-year yields doing? All right, so there we go. We got a nice gain. I'm going to sell a little bit up here and just hold half of this position right now. A very small position. I mean, it's right after inflation data. But yeah, 10-year treasury yields are currently at 4.66%. Shelter cooled a little bit, so we'll see what yields do. But they went up a lot right before this.
Howard
That's
said, "Don't
Dolby's
ban me. I'm
handling
not a bot. Just curious. Nobody's gonna ban you for that, dude. It was
Yeah,
just
no,
a
you're
question.
Don't ban me. I'm not a bot. It's all right, Howard. I'll believe it when I see it, though, bro. You know. All right, we're going to take a little bit more off here. We're at probably $300 on this trade. I think it made sense to buy short term. I think markets this is going to be a win for markets, even if it's flat inflation data, but it has to do with rate hike odds, right? So I think, I think markets are much less likely. I think markets are much more likely to pause next meeting. We'll take another piece off here and maybe add more to this. But I think a long made sense right there. And now we're pushing up here. So yeah, I think this made a lot of sense. We're probably up $400 on this trade. Look at the market rebound here. So we'll hold this now and we're going to be green no matter what. But yeah, look at this rise.
John is himself. Brent's trying way too hard. You know what? I'm going to try even harder just because of that.
Try Hard Brent is his name in high school.
Yeah. That's what they called me. I mean, they also called me, failure Brit. Tried, but didn't succeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no,
Yeah.
honestly, this is my sense of humor all the time.
No, it really is our sense of humor. You should hear us when we play Halo. But no. Short's getting cooked. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to go ahead and take profit here. I'm just going to get out. We're going to scalp this move. But we are now up a decent amount on the day. You love to see it. We got a very large cushion. I still am bullish right here. I think markets might like this. I think 30,000 might be like a magnet right now. But who knows? And if you want to help support the channel, guys, like I said, Apex did end their legacy accounts, but they did reduce prices on resets now. So on Apex right now, you have $49 legacy account resets. So reset your legacy account evaluation for just 49 bucks. You can keep trading. If you did get a legacy account, you can reset it now for just 49 bucks. 50K intraday no activation fee is just $49 all in. 100K no activation fee intraday is just $59 all in, single or 5-pack. It's still 90% off on Apex. And if you want cheap accounts, most day traders lose money. So it doesn't matter what course you take, who you follow, most day traders you're about to lose. If you want to help support the channel, you can use my code BGT on Lucid, on Apex, on Take Profit, on Tradeify. Tradeify's got their select plan, which is really nice. Lucid has their flex plan and their new daily plan, which are also really nice. But Apex has the cheapest accounts. And so if you want to learn where you don't take too much risk, the base account on Apex is like 15 bucks right now, I believe. So again, if you want to check out Apex, I'll put the link up. Great way to help support the channel.
We really appreciate it. And also, the new daily thing. I hadn't heard of that yet.
Yeah, you can take daily payouts, no activation fee. There's end of day drawdown options in it now. Yeah, look at gold here. So gold still popping here. Look at gold. So gold's
Max,
going
you might
up.
be my spirit guy.
What do you guys want to buy right now after the CPI report? What do you guys want to buy? I don't know what to buy. Bullish John means bearish markets. Dude, I hope not, bro.
I just gotta say, this Max cracks me up. He's funny.
Yeah, dude, Max is pretty funny. Me and my friend in Dubai found your channel. We appreciate your efforts. Hey, thank you, Kareem. My name is John. The other guy's name is John's friend. But my name is John, sir.
It's on my birth certificate, John's friend.
Yeah, that's right. You know? I said, what do you guys want to buy today? They said buy oil, Alibaba, the S&P, buy Micron, buy Taiwan Semiconductors. I'm pretty sure MetaTrader 5 works on Apex, but I'd have to go back and check, Richard.
And
but again, if you guys
no,
appreciate...
Kareem...
Sorry, go ahead, Britt.
I was going to say, Kareem, my name is Britt.
Yeah, if you guys appreciate the, the stream, use code BGT, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. Gold's still pushing up. It's almost to 4,500s. So let's watch 4,500s. The NASDAQ is only starting to slightly dip here. 29,927s here. So we're only slightly dipping down. But gold's getting close to that 4,500 level here. SanDisk? You want to buy SanDisk? Bitcoin's right at 64,000 here. So it's trying to hold, but gold up to 4,500. See how it reacts to 45s. MU to the moon, space. Look at silver. Yeah, silver's going to be rallying with gold. I mean, it's doing basically the same thing as gold. But 30,000 is staring at us on the NASDAQ, I think, here. The S&P has been breaking highs of the day all morning. And it might break highs of the day again, just under, I think 7,800s to 8,000 is kind of a good level.
Who thinks it's going to hit 30 today, you guys? Anybody?
I tried to take Britt to the beach, Jonathan.
Not hard enough, evidently, because I didn't make it.
I tried to bring.
My feelings were very hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going with another couple, and so I told Britt if the other couple backed out, he should come. And they did kind of back out, honestly, but...
They did? Honestly, I was there anyway. You just never saw me.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, you were lurking in the shadows like the lurkers. I know.
I was hiding in the potting shed.
Hey, what's up, Universal Code? How you doing? Expected bear turn. IONQ and UiPath. All right, guys, gold. 4,500s here. Let's see if we hold now.
I appreciate you having my back, though, Jonathan. You know?
Oh, I got your back, dude. Always,
No, Jonathan in the chat. When he lambasted you about not taking me to the beach.
But dude, who cares about Jonathan in the chat?
I bet Jonathan in the chat does.
Maybe he does. All right, NASDAQ's still starting to come down here, though. I might buy again here. We're very green on the day. I might buy this again. I'm going to take smaller size here, though, and maybe slowly add to it as it goes up. 30,000? Yeah, I think 30,000 is staring at us. It's what are we? We're like 85 points away from 30K. And I think less rate hike odds is bullish, but we're already green on the day.
When is Brit face reveal? As soon as my cheek implants heal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Lurker Task Force here for good duty. What is the CPI guys' reply? CPI was flat. I'm long again here. It may be a little bit greedy of a long, but that's okay. I think if there's a time for greed, some people say greed is good.
I do.
So yeah.
And yes, Jonathan, I do care, you know.
Yeah, so look at the odds right now on the CME watch tool. Like look at the odds right now. They are at, what is it? Yeah, 42%. They got down to like 36% for a little while, 37%. But look at the odds on the CME watch tool. Only 42% likely that we're going to raise next meeting, which is an optimistic look. So that's definitely an optimistic look. Let's see if we
I'm looking at a
actually
term
hold
here,
though.
and I know you talk about core and headline all the time, but what is super core? Is that something different?
Yeah, so super core is it strips out food, energy, and housing and shelter costs. So like rent and owner's equivalent rent, right?
Okay.
So super core, it's basically like a more core of a core. Some people call it super core, you know.
So it's a more stripped down version of core.
Correct, right? It
Okay.
includes like core is just food and energy prices. Super
Yeah.
core is food, energy, and housing, basically.
So basically everything that matters.
Yeah, everything that moves markets a lot, they strip it out, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I
that's what it
appreciate the
is.
clarification.
yeah, it's core with the cape. That's right. You know.
That's super.
Uh,
That's right up my alley, man. That was funny.
it wasn't me that said it. It was Chris in the chat.
I know. I see it.
Okay, yeah.
That was really funny. That tickled me. Thank you.
Yeah. In Australia, apparently, winter runs from June through August.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
Interesting.
John. I have to go. Well, I'm not John, but thank you, New Wine, and I hope you have a great day.
Hey, yeah, smash the like, guys. We appreciate it. I am down in this trade here, but I'm still holding out optimism. Might add to this here and take some risk. I believe we can do it today. I think we can do it.
I think you can too. But I think
Yeah.
you need some good background music, like like "Take It to the Limit,"
I
something
know.
like that.
Yeah, like ping pong music.
Yeah.
All right,
Start
we're
calling you
almost
Randy
green in the trade.
Daytona.
Yeah, we almost watched that yesterday.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Yeah, it is. And again, this is an Apex account, guys. If you want the cheapest accounts in the game, check out Apex. Apex, again, on Apex right now, if you look at this, right, if you want an account on Apex, I got to watch this trade because it's not small size. But again, on Apex account right now, you can get 5 eval accounts for $75. 5 evals for $75. That's roughly $15 each here. You can get if you just want to buy one, it's $16.70 if you use code BGT. You got to just use code BGT at checkout. You'll get the max discount, whatever it is. Code BGT at discount. We'll give you the at checkout. We'll give you the max discount. We appreciate it. Again, Apex link is in the description. It's also, I don't know if I pinned it to the top of the chat, but here's the Apex link.
Take advantage, guys. It's a good deal.
It's a great deal, they say.
Some say
pin
the
this to
best
top
deal.
of the chat. Yeah, they walk in, they say, "Wow, would you look at that deal?"
Wow. Look at that. I'm not going to get off into it. Sorry.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if we can move up here, though. I'm at 8 contracts here.
Oil cratering? Really?
Is it?
Yes,
Oil is falling
it is.
here. Let's see. Yeah, I see it too. Let me see if there's news.
Yeah, I'm looking as well. Thanks for the heads up, Max. NATO allies met to discuss Poland, Romania, not airspace violations. That can't be it.
No, I don't think that's it. But I see that news, but I don't think that's it.
No.
I don't see any other news either. But look at oil here, guys. So, I mean, oil
I'm
dipped
pew.
with a
Sorry.
candle, and then it bounced right back here. So,
Yeah, thanks, Pew.
I'm still long in the NASDAQ here. I think maybe we might have to wait until the opening bell, but I'm still long. Missed CPI data, what was it? CPI was flat. Everything was flat. 3.4%, 0.1% on the month, 0.2% for core, 2.5% for core. So everything was essentially flat for CPI. Not really any big movement.
And it's just oil dropping. The NASDAQ isn't going up or down or anything, so it's just oil.
No, it's just it'll give you 5 evals. Learn. So like $75 will give you 5 of the base ones. So you'll have 5 different ones. If you lose one, you still have 4 more. You don't have to trade them all at the same time. Oil's just scamming you. Thanks, bro, for catching me up. You rock. Could be a liquidity sweep. Yeah, oil dipped down quickly. I don't see any news though. Markets are still digesting. Again, markets are really digesting lower rate hike odds, and that's why I'm bullish here.
David Smith, you know what it is.
Again, we got, these are the numbers. 44% likely that we raise rates. 56% likely that we pause next meeting here. So that's what markets are kind of digesting.
Greed is only good for people with a limited vocabulary who cannot think of a better word. Is that like a slight? I'm not really sure what. I don't know.
Yeah, the joke went right over your head, Blue. You know, that's okay. You know, we can't all be geniuses. The joke went right over your head, bro. You've never seen the movie Wall Street, brother? Gordon Gekko? Come on now.
I didn't even hear the joke. What'd you say?
Some people say greed is good. You know?
Oh.
Greed, for a lack of a better word, is good. You know?
Even I've seen Wall Street, but that's just because I like Michael Douglas so much.
Yeah. Joke went right over that dude's head. All right, guys.
I think I kind of mean about it.
I know, dude. Honestly, just random attacks here this morning. I don't appreciate it, guys. How, you know?
Are you feeling defensive now, John?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. No, it's okay.
I know.
Yeah, so it depends on which flex account you buy here. I like the 50k flex, but if you use my code, you can get the 50k flex. It's like $90 right now if you use my code.
A good deal, genuinely. I mean, like I was kind of playing around, you know, a little jokingly earlier, but it is a good deal.
Yeah. No hikes. I even enjoyed the sequel. The sequel I like better because it's newer.
I just don't like Shia LaBeouf, dude.
He's a little crazy. Gold miner.
No, I mean, I don't like necessarily dislike him as a person, but he's actually a good actor. Just something about him rubs me the wrong way in a movie.
So you're saying you hate Shia LaBeouf?
I dislike him in movies. Ruben, my cousin actually met him, you know, like a few months ago, like right before the New Orleans thing.
Honestly, I'm the opposite. I kind of like Shia LaBeouf movies. I'm gonna make him the title. I'm gonna make that quote the title of the stream. Brit hates Shia LaBeouf. Nasdaq, we are now green here. Views might go up.
They might.
We are green in the Nasdaq. I'm gonna take a little bit more off here. Look, so we did get a late spike here. We do have 9 a.m. I'm gonna take a little bit more off here. There we go. Take a tad bit more. Hold 2 left.
Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott steel. I wonder what that could be from.
You need to use bigger words, okay? Like find a better word than blue. All right. Gosh,
all right.
Dude.
Azure. How about that?
Turquoise. You know. All right. We are green in this trade. Yeah, I saw Shia LaBeouf fight people on Bourbon Street. As somebody from Louisiana, I could kind of respect it, honestly. Like, even though he's completely out of control. Yeah, he's about to lose. Dude's small. But, you know, I can respect it. It happens, guys. It happens.
Yeah.
All right, so we're up in this trade. We're starting to push towards some of these levels here. We've taken most of the profit off. Gold is just under 4,500s. Oh, dang, dude. Blue?
Like everyone as a person.
Dude, Blue's coming out here. Apparently your joke went way over my head, Blue, apparently. I apologize. You're right. He said, John, greed, for a lack of a better word, is good, hence my joke about limited vocabulary. Dude, that went right over my head, dude. You are absolutely right. I apologize. You know, you're right, I'm wrong. You're smart, I'm dumb, dude. You're good looking, I'm not attractive today.
Yeah,
you know? I'm sorry. Cheers to Blue. That joke went right over my head, man.
Well, to be
I thought
fair,
he was a hater.
To be fair, I never even heard the original joke until after all this went down. So I'm just going to, like, voice this all off on John.
Yeah, it's my fault for sure. I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Yeah, Blue got me. He was right this whole time. I thought it was a rage bait mean comment, which happens.
I really apparently, did too, but I. Well, look, for my misunderstanding, I apologize, Blue. I'm not too big to admit that I was wrong or to apologize. You know?
Yeah, no, me too, dude. I was wrong, dude. He was right. He got me. He got me. Shout out to Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Okay. Gold up to almost 44.90s here. 44.90s. Yeah, DXB crypto, you know. Yeah, blue didn't do no reverse, bro. That wasn't do no reverse, man. None of the chat got it either, I think. So to be fair, I'm not the only one, but I don't have any stop losses set now. I'm just watching it. It's right here. We've already taken most of it off. No, that's a good sense of humor, Blue. I can appreciate it.
No, it is. It was just a misunderstanding, you know.
Yeah.
I came in the middle of the joke and John just didn't get it.
Yeah, that's right. Definitely didn't get it. Who knew?
Blue knew.
Blue knew for sure, you know,
That it was true.
that it was true, and that's why that's my boy Blue. All right, let's end this.
It's also it's also just hard to pick up on humor sometimes in print. You know, you can't hear inflection and things like that.
Yeah, it's hard to understand context in print too.
Yeah.
All right, so again, we're in this trade. Market has barely moved a little bit. We have 4 minutes left until 9 a.m. Maybe I think I'm still bullish today. Unless we get more news in the Middle East, I'm still pretty bullish. At the opening bell, guys, bull or bear? I'm going to go bull. I got to go bull today. I think this is a win. I think this means we're probably not hiking rates next meeting. That's going to lead more optimism. The only question mark is the Middle Eastern escalation potential. But I do think this is bullish. I think flat is good right now. In a market that fears rate hikes, I think flat inflation is good. And so,
I know you guys are going to be shocked, but I'm going to go bull too. I know I never do it, but
bull, bear, bull on gold, post earnings FOMO. I'm trading gold futures.
buy or sell gold, John.
I'm gonna go with buy, dude. But again, I might be wrong. What's up, Bruce? How you doing, Bruce?
I thought you might ban me. Yeah.
Every time I see you, Bruce. Oh, I might have. Every time I see you, Bruce, you know, I have a dog, Bruce, and like Rosie's much smarter than Bruce, and Bruce is kind of simple. And so if I tell Bruce no, he doesn't listen. Like Rosie, I can shake my hand like this, and Rosie immediately knows I mean no, or I can go Rosie, and she'll immediately understand. Bruce is oblivious. Like I can go Bruce, doesn't listen. I can go no, Bruce, stop it, doesn't listen. You know, in order to make Bruce stop, you have to do it very specific, and it goes Bruce every time. You sound like a freaking idiot when you do it, but he every time I see your name, Bruce, that's what I immediately think Bruce. You know,
basically
Random.
every time you say his name to get him to listen, you got to sound like Andre the Giant in Princess Bride.
No, basically, yeah, that's right.
That Dwight Powell went that convoy so
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been training jiu-jitsu more though, Bruce. Hope you're doing good, my friend.
Yeah, haven't you been training leg locks now?
Yeah, I'm learning leg locks, learning single leg X, X guard.
You're becoming a very dangerous
Ashy.
individual, John.
I know. Listen, man, John the Dangerous, they say.
I wish I could do it.
I know, man. I'm sorry, dude. You can do it. You just can't spar, I think.
I don't know how to do it without doing that though. Like, how do you actually train for real world situations without being able to spar?
You drill.
Well, maybe you can give me some drills that I can practice on my own.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones. All right, 30 seconds until 9 o'clock. Let's see if the market moves at 9 a.m. I am in this trade still. I am still long. Gold's still pushing up. It's almost to $4,500 an ounce here after this inflation report. And remember, guys, this inflation report, shelter stayed cool, which is a win. Energy prices fell 1.5% month over month, and gas dropped 2.9% in July. Headline CPI bounced a little bit, but it was mostly flat, and so it came in relatively soft here for inflation data. Gold is getting really close to that $4,500 an ounce level. There's the 9 a.m. prints. Let's see if markets move here. Gold very close to $4,500 an ounce. Let's see if this moves anything. Are you a butt scooter, John? No, dude. I'm actually the opposite. I'm like top heavy. I'm like pass heavy, top heavy, wrestling kind of style. Gold up to 4,500s. NASDAQ at 29,920s. Gold just tapped 4,500s. I'm still in my NASDAQ trade here. And again, I think I'm just going to let this rise. But the 9 a.m. scrum helping me a little bit. Best luck for everybody. We are bullish today.
Do you think you would have been had a high pressure style had it not been for the people who trained you initially?
I think I learned in a gi first, right? And gi much less. I like no gi a lot more, to be honest. But I learned in a gi, and gi is more top pressure. There's no heel hooks and knee bars for me or anything like that in a gi, so I just had to learn top pressure. I'm more of like a I like Darces and Anacondas and Guillotines a lot, and like Ninja Chokes. Those are my go-tos. All right, but look, we're still green. Gold did tap 4,500 and then reject here. So gold hit $4,500 and then rejected. It's starting to dip down some here. So gold did pull back. Let's see if it holds. It depends. I'm looking at gold futures. Oil still fading. Thoughts on SanDisk? Yeah, SanDisk is up on like CoreWeave earnings were good. SanDisk is still rising. MU's over $900 a share right now as well. So MU is now over $900 a share. It's at 906 right now. SanDisk is up to 1350s. Memory's just volatile. DRAM stocks are volatile right now for sure. So you just got to be careful with these. I mean, obviously Michael Burry is shorting a lot of these. But these are up specifically because, again, CoreWeave had earnings that were positive. Supermicro Semiconductors had earnings that were positive. Nebius had earnings that were positive. So a bunch of AI center names went up, and those are boosting most AI center names. NVIDIA's up, MU's up, SanDisk is up. Obviously, SMCI and CoreWeave are up. So AI names have been going up a lot.
What was MU's all-time high, though?
It was like 1,000. Burry got in almost at the top. MU's all-time high was 1250s.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was down quite a bit. And
yeah,
where's SanDisk now?
SanDisk is right around 2400s, I think.
Okay, so it's back up.
Yeah, or no, I'm sorry, not 2400. SanDisk is at 1400s, 1350s. Right
Okay.
Now.
Okay, well, it's still up from where it was last time I was on. So
yeah, for sure, they've rebounded some, especially over the last 24 hours from earnings last night. Is what this is.
Okay.
So just big rebounds from earnings last night. Really.
Okay. Very wrecked on NBIS. What's NBIS?
Nebius.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was the shorthand for Nebius.
Is Burry shorting NBIS? I don't think he is he? I didn't see him shorting NBIS. Maybe I missed that. He could be. I don't know. But is Burry shorting NBIS?
Burry added to his short on MU at 880, so he's going to get cooked on that.
Yeah, it's possible. DRAM FTW. He's shorting it? He did yesterday? Okay, yeah. I mean, for NASDAQ, we're not at 30,000. I just think 30K is a resistance level for it. Look, we talked about 29,900, and look, that's where we bounced right here. So we went over it and then bounced right here. I'm looking at 29,900s. My entry's right around that 29,900 level. Did he yesterday? I don't know.
I'm sure it's just for the love of the game, but like if I made the kind of money Michael Burry made on like it's like the Big Short, all that stuff way back then, dude, you never would have heard from me again.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But Burry, I mean, he's already rich though, to be honest. So it doesn't matter. Like he can. Some people like, dude, I get it, but Burry is very wealthy, and so like he might be bored, and he might be used to working, and like working in tech is what I mean, you know.
Yeah. No, that was gonna say. Well, I meant like the original short, like way back in the Gap when he first. I mean, he was probably pretty wealthy before that, but when he made like a big chunk of change on the first, the Big Short.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know for a lot of people, it's just like for a love of the game type situation where like they're just kind of addicted to the hunt or the thrill,
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, he's married to the game, as somebody says in the chat. NASDAQ still rising here. I gotta take a little bit more off, I think, right here. And just lock it in and then sit on the last little piece and see what happens. The opening bell's in 25 minutes. But again, guys, if you want to learn to day trade, most day traders are going to lose money. It doesn't matter what course you take, who you follow. Most day traders are about to lose. And so if you pay $2,000, $3,000 to fund your own brokerage account, you're probably going to lose that realistically. Most day traders do. Instead, try a funded account program. They give you a demo They test your skill with a demo account first, right? But you have some pressure. So like the base one on Apex is 15 bucks. You can get one on Lucid right now for like 50 bucks. And there's no PDT rule, obviously, and you can day trade it. If you fail, it's not the end of the world. You're still risking something though, and trading is about learning how to trade under pressure. Like a paper account, you have no risk, right? You can keep adding to it until you make money. These are a little bit different. If you pass the test, they fund you the same amount. So if it's a 25K account, you pass it, they fund you 25K. It's a 50K account, you pass it, they fund you 50K. Most of them have a 90% split. And again, it makes sense because most day traders lose money. And if you pass it, you can start taking payouts and make money doing it. But if you fail it, like most day traders are going to do, you don't lose 2 or 3 grand like you would having to fund your own account. And so it's a middle ground of pressure, and it's incredibly reasonable to do. Especially when you're learning. I genuinely wish I had something like this when I first got started. So it's just a great way to learn how to day trade. If you want to check out the link, there it is. Apex has the cheapest accounts. Lucid, I would say, has the best accounts for funded account rules. And so Lucid Flex has the best rules in a funded account, in my opinion. And so check it out. Great way to help support the channel. There's the link for Apex right there. Lucid link is also in the description. You can check all of them out. Tradeify has their select plan. Take profit is good as well. But again, we're almost at the 930s. Yeah, we're almost at the 930s.
Made 1.8K today. Hey, congratulations, XZQ. I'm not sure how to say this. I'm just saying, you know. But anyway, congratulations.
Lost 40K learning the day trade. Yeah, I lost something high like that in the beginning. I didn't lose 40, but I lost something a lot. I lost like 4, which at the time was like, it was the equivalent of 40K to me now, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a lot for you back then.
Yeah, that was a lot. And again, I've told the story. My wife was like, John, don't freaking do it. I did it. I lost it all. Almost cried, you know. Was not happy. I genuinely did almost cry. I mean, this
Dude,
was 10 years ago.
I wouldn't blame you. I wasn't making fun. I absolutely like empathize with that.
Yeah, for sure. Max keeps saying to look at oil here. And again, code BGT will get you the max discount, and it's a great way to help support our free content. Yeah, it's still falling here. I don't see any real big news to this.
No, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Again, Iran earlier today denied ceasefire talks, though. Iran said there have been no talks to extend the 60-day ceasefire with the U.S., rejecting reports that an agreement had been reached. Iranian source told Reuters that discussions via mediators instead of focus on Washington returning to the interim pact and setting a timeline for its commitments. Iran says no progress has been made, accusing the U.S. of violating the original ceasefire agreement only shortly after it was signed. Strait of Hormuz remains a sticking point.
There's a shock.
Yep.
Home Depot CEO Decker taking temporary medical leave of absence and searching for Brit, apparently. Yeah, just to bring the joke back around.
Oh yeah, it's a good joke. It's a good joke.
Poorly executed though, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't put a lot of effort in on that one.
No, it's all right. That's a good joke. So we will do a Lucid giveaway here, guys. So I'll go ahead and start the giveaway. It's for a Lucid Flex eval. So you just got to enter my coupon code BGT at checkout. Or I'm sorry, you got to enter my code !BGT. Not yet. I gotta still do the giveaway. Hold on. Yeah, !BGT will enter you into the giveaway right now if you type it into the chat. You only have to enter it once though. Don't spam it. But !BGT will enter you into the giveaway. Kato knows. So if you enter it in chat, you can enter the giveaway and potentially win the Lucid Flex 50K eval. I'm gonna have to request them to give me some daily accounts to give away. I'm still in this trade, by the way, though, guys.
How long you been sitting in it?
I don't know. This might be one of my longest trades. What's your favorite prop for, by the way, guys? Let me know. Yeah, Wall Street Journal's Nick Timmeros says core good prices rose 0.2% in July in the CPI report following 2 months of declines. This was the largest month-over-month rise since September of 2025. Yeah, last time was negative 0.4%. So, yeah, negative 0.4%. So it went up 0.6% month-over-month, which is, again, the highest month-over-month rise since September of 2025. Markets are still pricing in optimism, though. Because again, rate hike odds are less off the table. Oil is consistently falling down too as I speak here.
There has to be something doing that.
Take Profit's great as well. Take Profit has some great rules too. A lot of people like Lucid. Apex is cheap bloated accounts. It is, yeah. Isn't Vanquish like options? Like option prop firm? Yeah. If you enter exclamation point BGT, you can join the giveaway to potentially win a Lucid Flex account. Tradeify is good. Gold didn't crash because inflation came in flat, Indian. So like if inflation would have showed up much higher than expected, gold is rate sensitive. It has to do with yields, right? And higher inflation is worse for yields. It makes them go up. And so more people buy bonds when bonds are paying out higher yields, right? And less people buy gold and risk on assets like the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Dow and all that stuff. So yeah, I like trading gold a lot.
Says, what's BGT?
Yeah, I already answered that. I
didn't hear you.
Why does no change in CPI mean less likely for rate hikes, or am I misunderstanding? It means it because flat CPI is a win. Right now, the big question is, are we going to raise rates next meeting? That's the big question, right? What's a roadblock to a pause next meeting? It's higher inflation, right? So inflation showing up as expected is a win. It basically means we're probably not raising rates next meeting. If inflation had showed up sky high at let's just speculate and say inflation had showed up at 0.5%, 0.4%. That is going to give much more credibility to the rate hike argument versus a flat CPI report, which means that, hey, like we're still flat. We paused last time. And so now it's looking more likely. And the other thing is like oil went up in July, right? So a lot of people speculated we could have higher inflation. And we did have higher inflation versus previously, but because of all of that, I think there's a bias in the Fed to pause. And I think a flat CPI report not being high, not being higher than expected, still being somewhat cool, shelter still being somewhat cool, is going to, again, validate a pause a little bit more. And I think that's what markets are pricing in as well. After this report, again, prior to this report, we had, 50-50 shot. Now, rate hike odds are only 38%. And so markets have interpreted it the same way, where markets have interpreted it, again, as a dovish report, lower, less fearful of inflation report coming in flat. In normal circumstances, like a flat report might not move things that much. But, yeah, Pantheon Macroeconomics says we provisionally estimate that core PCE rose by 0.16% in July, dragging down the inflation rate to 3.2% from 3.3% in June. Our estimate likely will shift slightly after tomorrow's PPI data, but it would take a big upside surprise to leave an increase of more than 0.2% looking likely. So, am I the only one that thinks the Fed has it wrong on interest rates and should cut? I don't think we should cut right now. I think oil's still high, inflation's still over 3%. I don't think we should cut. I think a cut would look really bad optics-wise right now. Britt, I see news right now. Home Depot CEO is taking a temporary leave of absence.
Look for me.
He might be. That might be what he's doing. How much NASDAQ drop if they hike rates? NASDAQ's going to drop if they hike rates for sure.
He's going to get that $13 I owe Home Depot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, maybe he will. But again, guys, listen, if you want to use my code, if you want to try to win a Lucid Flex account, exclamation point BGT might help you. Exclamation point BGT in the chat. You only have to enter it once, and we appreciate you guys. But if you do exclamation point BGT in the chat, only have to do it once. You can enter the giveaway. We'll do the giveaway a little bit later, but
yeah, the rest of that comment was, this isn't the 1970s. We have 40 trillion in debt that requires 1.2 trillion in money printing to pay on the interest. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. It's pretty disturbing.
They'll be bad at the report, be bad at margin. More margin stocks rise. Yeah, wheat jumps after there's a Russian port strike. See some news about Norway. Burry says Berkshire has lost its Buffett edge. Michael Burry says Berkshire Hathaway is no longer attractive under CEO Greg Abel, questioning his capital allocation discipline. He argues Abel is deploying cash too aggressively in an expensive market instead of waiting for Buffett-style fat pitches. Berkshire spent heavily on buybacks, equities, and acquisitions, reducing his cash pile. Others disagree, arguing he remains disciplined, and Berkshire's strong balance sheet, earnings growth, and cash continue to support the investment case.
Did you see that thing about Russia's port?
I saw news that wheat futures are up after Ukrainian stuff reportedly struck 2 grain terminals there. So they handle roughly 15 million metric tons of grain exports annually.
That had to be in Crimea, right? I think that's their only warm weather port.
Probably, I think. Yeah, I mean it's BGT. It's beginner trading chart alpha. BGT is what it is, my friend.
Good try though.
Yeah. You almost had it. You almost got it right. Nasdaq's still rising ahead of the opening bell. We got 14 minutes left. 14 minutes. Fed should have raised rates at 21, 1 or 2%, then left it there. They were late and overreacted. Yeah, what did they started raising in, like 2022? Right? Or something like that. Like 2022 is when they started raising.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah, look at the Nasdaq though, guys. The Nasdaq is pushing.
Excuse me.
Nasdaq's getting really close to 30,000. I do think 30K could be like a magnet here. I might add more to this. I don't usually take this long of a trade, but I think right now, again, I told you guys I thought bullishness made sense. Yeah, chart, you still got it wrong. It's BGT. BGT.
I should be doing it on purpose.
He might be. Yeah. All right, Nasdaq just tapped highs of the day here at 950s. Exclamation point BGT is a prop firm giveaway. Market only goes up.
Do you think that was just mismanagement, Chip? Or, I mean, are you saying that it was intentional?
Market only goes up. Sometimes it only goes up. Kyle Gold. All right, Nasdaq just broke highs of the day. I mean, we're up so much today, but I think I still want to hold this. Well, how much time? I'm going to cut it before the MOO data here with inflation. Oil's still falling down, though, as the Nasdaq pushes. Yeah, it means it's a prop firm giveaway. If you enter exclamation point BGT in chat, you might win. We'll pick a random person out of the people who did it later on. Oil's dipping down, though. Nasdaq's over 950s here. I'm going to scale out a little bit more here. How much am I up on the day? Yeah, I'm about 500, which is nice. Yeah, so the opening bell here, guys, is in 12 minutes. 12 minutes. I kind of got the inflation report right again. I'm not going to say I got it completely right because my original guess was 3.5. But we got it close enough to right, I think. Yeah, the data's out. It might be scrolling on the bottom of the screen. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. Could be scrolling somewhere around the bottom of the screen here. And it also could be in, like, you know, it could be right here. I'm not saying it is.
Check out Milton. Sorry. You should check out Milton Friedman's take on that, Chip, if you're interested in it.
Yeah, look at oil. Oil's still falling. Yeah, what does BGT stands for? Let me know. Let me know what BGT stands for. Paul's eyes still rising. Yeah, I mean, look, we are up to on the Fed Watch tool. Last time I looked at it, it was at 38%. If I refresh it, we're at 36% hike odds now. So hike odds are going down substantially after the CPI report. Again, we're at 36% right now. So they continue to fall. NASDAQ continues to push. Oil continues to dip as well here. So, yeah.
Hey, supply, that's what I was going to go with, too. Took my answer, but I appreciate it. Scottish, Jesus, Scottish.
I don't see any news here on why oil's falling. I mean, it's down to 82
Neither do I.
now.
And I've been intermittently checking, like, since it started dropping.
Yeah, I don't know why it's falling down. I mean, it's not dropping that much, but the Nasdaq's doing good. And again, we're still
it's dropping. It's dropping enough to where you would think that a catalyst could be involved.
Sure. Yeah. No. 100%. I agree. And look at the Nasdaq here. I mean, we've scaled out of most of this trade. I feel like I'm gonna cut it right here, dude. We're just up so much in the trade. I don't feel like giving it back. And I think we have the market on open data in less than 5 minutes. So I don't want to play with that and hold a position through that and the opening bell. So we'll wait and just take profit there. Pretty good day so far, though. Yeah, I went back to vaping, guys. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it.
Disappointed, John.
I know, dude. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
I'm just teasing you. I'm not actually giving you a hard time. But, you know, I would like you to quit. Be better for you.
Yeah, no, I would too, man. I'm trying.
But last time I checked, you might be a grown man and you can make your own decisions.
I think I can. The chat's not going to be happy about it, though. Oil is only doing a technical drawdown to support. If it breaks support with huge candles, then I'd be looking for news. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any big news. NASDAQ is rising here, though. So the bull thesis on the NASDAQ after CPI was correct. I think markets are just getting more optimistic regarding rate hikes not happening.
Wait, did you make a deal with the chat while I was gone about shaving your beard if you didn't quit vaping?
I did, but it was only for the first week. So, you know.
Come on, don't loophole it.
Dude, I'm not shaving my beard, dude. I'm not doing it. You know.
You would look 17 again.
They're making a movie about me, Britt.
Oh yeah. Was that a Zac Efron reference?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, guys. All right. NASDAQ still. I think NASDAQ wants 30,000. It's very close to 30K. Again, look at us push. 30,000 is right here. So the NASDAQ very, very close to 30,000. Here it is, 30K right here. We're still very close to 30.
16 for John post shaving.
I'll shave one day. My wife actually wants me to shave. I don't know if I'm doing it. I like to just keep a little bit. Like just a little bit, you know. A little 5 o'clock shadow. It's my style.
Just keep just a soul patch, you know?
Yeah.
Start doing beat poetry.
Yeah. Okay. Will you break 30,000 today? It's looking like it. I was bullish for the opening bell, but at this point in time, let me end this poll and let's do another poll. What's a better poll? Bull or bear for the opening bell? I think it's a good poll.
We never do that one.
Yeah. I switched it up. I put bear first, though.
Well, that's totally different. I'm going to go bull.
Yeah. No
what about
poll.
you, Jonathan?
Do you mean Jonathan me? Jonathan?
Yep.
Oh. I don't know. I would have said bullish, but we've pushed up so much here. It's hard to tell. The market on open data releases in about a minute and a half. I want to see what that looks like first. Gold, on the other hand, has been, moving for sure here. Here's gold. So gold is pulled all the way back here. It's basically flat from the CPI report, but the NASDAQ has loved the rate hike odds going down. And so the NASDAQ is right around 30K. I think we might tap 30K and then pull back some, to be honest, but I really don't know.
Kind of what Chip says bear first 10 minutes, then bull the rest of the day. Oh, no, that's the opposite. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of, I'm basically the opposite of that, but who knows? I really don't know.
Yeah. I saw it, but I kind of saw it while I was like scanning, and so I didn't really read the order at first.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Don't lambast me, you guys. Everybody messes up.
3,000 then bear. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. It's 3,000 then bear. I think the NASDAQ, or 30,000 then the bear. I think the NASDAQ wants 30K. All right, here's the market on open data in 30 seconds.
Claim inflation is maybe 25 to 30% since COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, Teddy's gone. Teddy tried
Definitely
to Teddy tried to post his Instagram handle, which is probably a scam, where they're like buy gold and then they send people to the Instagram and then they somehow get them to WhatsApp. And so I think Teddy actually was a bot the whole time. I can't really tell though, but yeah, I'm trying blue. Green open, pull back around 10ish. Justice for Teddy. I'm pretty sure Teddy was a scammer, guys. Dude, what kind of article is this? I see one of these, like, it doesn't really give any context to this. It just says the West has handed control of medicine to China. No sources. Doesn't say the source. Doesn't say who said this. It just says the West has handed control of medicine to China. That's it. That's the news release. What the hell does that mean, dude?
I don't know. It's true, but I don't know the context there.
Yeah, there's no context. It didn't give sources or anything. These news articles are funny. All right, guys. So there's the market on open data. Didn't really move things that much. Nasdaq's still high. Gold pulling back some though. Chips are still up. MU is very green. MU's almost back up to 910. SanDisk all the way back up to 1350s. SK Hynix is all the way up to 150 basically. Where's SpaceX today, dude? SpaceX at 135s. It's still doing better than it was. Oil still down. Still technically red on the day.
Yeah, what could go wrong, huh, Chip?
Yeah. Free Teddy shirts coming soon. Show me the money. Hey. You know.
Just bought oil. Pray for me, y'all. Hey, I hope it works out for you, Pew.
It might, dude. I don't know. I mean, you and Max can like fight it out, I think, but yeah. Remember, guys, exclamation point BGT will enter you into the giveaway if you haven't entered it in chat yet. We're gonna give it away after the opening bell sometime, but exclamation point BGT will enter you the Lucid Flex eval giveaway. It's a 50K Lucid Flex account giveaway. Exclamation point BGT will enter that giveaway. Opening bell is in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Only 154 short. Daily take profit. You only have to enter it once. So if you haven't entered it yet, you don't have to enter it again. Yeah, I play chess sometimes. I get beat by like, accounts like Roblox Buddy 537.
Hey,
that's all right.
Bobby Fischer.
I've gotten better though, bro. I've gotten better.
John's like that kid from Searching for Bobby Fischer, except he's even better.
That's right. Yeah. It's a gift. It's a gift. All right, guys. Here we go. 2 minutes. Nasdaq's still basically at highs of the day. Look at the Nasdaq pop here. So we just popped over highs. 30,000 is right around the corner here. So I still think we might hit the. I still think we might tap 30K and then pull back some, but I might be wrong. All right, look at the Nasdaq. This could be news. What's oil doing? Oil's not really moving here, so this could just be high at the daybreak ahead of the opening bell. We got 2 minutes left. We're very close to 30K. Again, 30K right here. Is right here. CPI was flat, stoned. It was essentially flat. All right, opening bells coming soon. CoreWeave still pushing up. MU's been pushing up all morning. CoreWeave had earnings. MU's up to 912s. Nvidia broke highs of the day as well. Got up to over 221s for a little bit. SanDisk just broke highs of the day as well at 1357 right now. We're waiting. Semis, yeah, semiconductors are what's moving. Yeah. All right. Let me see this.
All right. 15 seconds. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, here we go, guys. We got 10 seconds now. See if we actually hold. All right, here's the opening bell. Good luck, team. All right, so let's watch gold and the Nasdaq. Here's oil. Here's the NQ. NQ just tapped 30,000. Just got right up to 30K, tapped it back down to 29,998. Let's see if we get over 30,000. All right, let's watch chips though. Look at MU at the opening bell up to 916 here. Nasdaq just tapped 30K.
I think we're gonna break 30K.
Yeah, I mean, we did already for a little while. We got up to 30,001.75. So we did break it at least a little bit here.
Yeah, but I mean like consistently, long term, whatever you want to
Like
say.
way more? Yeah.
Not necessarily way more, just
Yeah,
Just,
MU and SanDisk running. But we did tap 30,000 and now we're starting to dip down some. Yeah, there's the pullback. We hit 30K, tapped it, now we're starting to dip. Hey, Johnny, what do you think the outlook is for gold? I mean, I think gold's already up a lot. Look, NASDAQ coming back down again. And it doesn't mean we're not going to come back up, but this is what happens at big milestone levels sometimes. Is that like there's so much optimism. We tap the big level everybody's waiting for, and then everybody's take profit starts to set in here, and the NASDAQ dips. We told you guys we could, like, that's what I thought we would get at the open, is a tap of 30,000 and then a pullback. And look at this drop. So red showing up at the opening bell. It's not a crazy big red, but it's definitely some red showing up at the opening bell. Look, here's the pullback from 30,000. And so this is what happens. You only got to enter it once, learn, enjoy. I'm pretty sure you're already in there, dude. We're almost down to 29,900s now. Do we hold now, guys? What do you guys think? Are y'all up or down on the day? I'm green on the day for sure, but we lost money yesterday. We our first 10 minutes bull rest of the day. SanDisk up 6%. Yeah, MU is up. NASDAQ is up. Don't hit my stop loss. Green. See if we hold. All right, look, we're still dipping here some. Still dipping some here. We tapped that 30,000 level. Now we're just falling back down. I'm tempted to buy this, but semis are kind of what's pulling back here. What time is it? I can't really trade yet. I'm going to look for the 200 exponential down here. We'll add more to this. We just bought a little bit. I'll add more. I'd like to add more to this, but it's very small right now. But I'd really like to add more. Rangy, green, green, green. VWAP, Hyperliquid. I'd like to add more to this. I want the 200 exponential ideally, but we are also in kind of the high volume area here, the volume profile, so I have to be careful. Bearish first 10. Well, we got a bounce here. I might add to it if we keep going up. Well, no, I mean, I'm in a trade. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm long right now, but I'd like to add more, to be honest. I need more green or... I'd add more to this. Let's see. Still dipping sub here. What are you guys trading this morning at the opening bell? I might add more to this if we get down to the 200. We started very small, but I want to add at the 200 exponential. I'll also add more if we go really green. But I'd like to add some around 880s, 875s right here around the 200 EMA. Pre-market low. SpaceX. I'll add more on the 200 EMA. There's 880s. See if we get 875s. There's 75s right there. There's 200 EMA. There we go. All right, we got a nice clean bounce at the 200 exponential. Just be patient though here. I still let it test the 200 and see if that props it up. Very small right now though. Alright, the 200 exponential holding this up. Here we go. I'm going to take a little bit more off up here at the top and then maybe add back if we start to dip down some. Alright, I mean, very green trade so far at the open here off the 200 EMA. I'll sell right here and get out. We're up a lot on the day. We're up like 600, which is nice. But I really like, this is why I love the 200 exponential, especially on volatile days, right? Like 200 exponential on a 1 minute chart right here. So you can see that's where we decided to add and get in. Remember guys, if you weren't here, exclamation point BGT will join the giveaway. So you can enter exclamation point BGT. Join the giveaway if you haven't already. It's a Lucid Flex giveaway. So, man, that 200 exponential did hold really nicely.
Get in on it, you guys. And also, we're 4 likes away from 600, so help us out real quick. You know, tap the like button.
Subscribe, hit the notification bell. I don't know what our subscriber rate is at right now. We're heading towards 176K.
Heck yeah. And you guys should join us in the Discord. You know, John gives a market brief every morning.
We do, guys. Listen, we do give a morning market brief every morning. We got in long on the NASDAQ here, but we break down what's going on in markets every single morning in our Discord. And so if you have not already, it's completely free. It doesn't cost anything. We basically do a morning market brief every single weekday morning right here before the market opens. So you can kind of see this morning market brief right here. Look at everything going on in markets, all that good stuff. So check it out. Join our Discord. We're here. We got some great traders in there also. I'll put the link up right here. Check it out. Here's the link.
Heck yeah. I like the little kid dancing in the discotheque.
yeah. That was Apex, one of our members there. You know, was like, John's in the chat, and I posted that. You know, but here's join our Discord. There's the link right there. Trod, you only have to enter it once, my friend. You only got to enter it once, dude. NASDAQ at 29,900s. You mean this green line right here? It's the 200 exponential on a 1 minute chart. That's what I'm saying. It's a solid level. I use the 200 exponential. That's what this light green line is right here.
I think they mean the white line tracking with the candles.
Oh, I think that's the 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's the 9. We're looking at this here. We'll see if it holds, but we're looking at this 200 exponential level right here short term. This level can act as somewhat, I put more weight. This is the longer term moving average, and so it has more influence generally. VWAP's down here. This is the VWAP down here at 810s.
I found the 200 exponential on Trade of 8. You have to go to, I think you go to indicators. I can't remember.
On Tradeovate, you go to indicators, moving averages, and you set EMA, HMA, SMA, whatever we want. All right, we're testing that 200 EMA now here though. So we're back to the 200 exponential. Again, my limit order fiddle DRAM, record with the VWAP, short Bitcoin. Yeah, so we're now under the 200 EMA here. Looking a lot more bearish. All right, we're in the first 10 minutes of the day here. Still dropping. I gotta just wait, to be honest. Like, it looks bearish, but ugh. I gotta just chill and wait, I think. I mean, we're starting to fight the 200 EMA. 1 minute candles. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the short-term market action here. I look at 5 minute also, but I got a bigger screen on the bottom that y'all can't see. Hold on. Sorry, Carol called. Alright, we're at 880s now, 890s. Interesting on the 200 EMA works on the 1 minute. It's algorithms, tiny is what it is. Like, algorithms love the 200 exponential on a short-term time frame. I mean, I think it works on a bunch of different time frames, but I might buy this dip now here, guys. We'll take a small position here. See if we head up. Now we have a small contract here. I don't think we've had a losing trade today, but I mean, be careful. Here we go. We get under the 200, I'll cut it though, but it's small right now. Where's my music? There it is.
Can you please explain your strategy?
My strategy is mostly mix of range, milestone levels, 200 exponential VWAP, and isolated confirmations. Like obvious confirmations is the better way to say it, maybe. Essentially, I look for isolated levels that people like buying at, like 7.5 and the 200 exponential. I like the first test of it, though. You can see the first test of the 200 exponential goes like this, and then we just rip, and then we might come back and test it. So I only like the first test, which is right here. That's the one we made a bunch on. This is the second test, but we also reclaimed it. So sometimes I'll look for like the markets to break under the 200 EMA and then rebound back up, and then I'll buy the dip and look for a continuation bounce after reclaiming it. But it doesn't always work that well. So I start small and then I add to it if it goes in my favor. So that way I don't take too big of size on lower, like, you know, I can start small and then add to it and usually have a pretty good edge there. I also take a bunch of base hits. I very rarely have like one big green trade, but there we go. And so I kind of get into trades where I make 50 to 100 bucks, but I get into them often and I let my accuracy play out. And I'll take a little bit off sometimes and then add back to it if it goes even more green, because that way I have kind of house money. Like I've already made money on the trade, so I can take larger size, and if I lose, I'm break even, if that makes sense. So just
Basically,
risk management.
I was about to say you practice tighter risk management until you build up a cushion.
Sure, yeah, that's exactly right. Extreme fear and capital preservation. I mean, I would say it's like break even reward to risk, building cushions, adding to cushions, taking more risk when I have more profit, versus a lot of people that just kind of gamble straight out the gate and take huge size, and you know, sometimes it doesn't work out for them very well. I think it's better to just take it slow, trade small, build up a cushion, and then take risk. All right, we're green on this trade, but I might cut some of this here. I mean, we'll give it a second though, actually. Like I move my stop to break even a lot if I'm not managing it, like watching it closely. But I'm gonna get out here if it doesn't work. Tomorrow's PPI inflation data, so it's arguably could be more volatile than today. A lot of the time producer prices get passed on to consumers. And we'll probably cut this break even. I don't even know if I'm going to let it hit the stop loss I just said, but I'll give it a second if it continues higher. Which it looks like it wants to. But we're also really range bound right now.
Do you buy bullion, physical gold? Not at these prices, I don't.
Yeah, maybe like a month ago.
Yeah. Also, at first, I thought you were talking about like bouillon. Like, who's gonna buy bouillon?
Yeah. For Cajun is. Sometimes we, like I said, we have Herbert's. But we pronounce it A-Bear here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right here and get out. We're very green on the day. What are we up right now? Yeah, we're up about 600, so that's fine. Back to 30K, maybe back to 30K. I don't know. I hope we get back to 30,000. I don't know if we're going to, but I hope we do.
Yeah, I had a friend who lived on like an A-Bear Street, and everybody who called them, like, you know, bill collectors and whatnot, was like, yeah, do you live on Hebert?
Is this Herbert Street? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when I said bouillon, I was talking about like chicken bouillon. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, no, it's a Cajun joke. I got it.
You didn't get it.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, I believe you now.
Bouillon is obviously Cajun.
Yeah.
You know? If you're Cajun, you know. Honestly, we bounced at the 200 exponential again. Look at MU still ripping, though. This is probably dragging the NASDAQ up. MU up to 920s. Let's see what happens here. But chips are starting to rebound. Semis are starting to rebound. SanDisk moving back up. NVIDIA has fallen since the opening bell, but it's testing highs of the day as well.
You made me think of George Costanza saying Hebert. Apparently, I remind people of George Costanza all the time. I mean, like a less attractive version of him, but yeah.
Have you seen George Costanza if he shaved his hair, and grew a beard?
No.
Watch. Hold on. Watch.
Okay.
It kind of goes to show people should just shave their hair. All right, NASDAQ starting to rebound. I should have held that long, but look. You know? Hey, look at that.
You see here.
All right, NASDAQ still climbing back high. We're still in the high volume area, but the 200 exponential is holding fairly well.
It does look better.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely does. Yeah.
His hair ran away from his head and appeared on his face.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting up there. I mean, look, I should have held them long, but the 200 exponential doesn't always hold the second or third test, so I'm okay with getting out.
Jason Alexander, that's his name. I just thought of it.
All right, NASDAQ starting to get back up there, approaching highs here. I think markets are still really optimistic right now because of, I think markets are just really optimistic right now because of lower hike odds. What are the hike odds now? Have they changed at all since we last looked at it? They were at 36% last time. They're currently back at 38%. So they're wiggling. Look at that candle here. So we got a big green candle now. Starting to head towards the top. Looking at news. I don't see anything. But I do think, again, this eases some pressure on the Fed to hike rates. $200 exponential trade was perfect. I mean, I got in and got out like I normally do. But it was right. The 200 EMA was right. And this is what I was trying to say. Like, yeah, it's a good level to watch for sure.
Got in and got out like a thief in the night, huh, John?
I did, dude. I got out real quick, bro. Yeah, real quick. We got in and out of that thing. All right, so let's see if I'll buy another pullback too. We get a dip down to 950s. I might get interested. Even if it's just like a micro pullback, like I still might buy it. All right, guys, and also we're gonna give the giveaway. How much time should we give the giveaway?
What did I say? 10-minute bear, then bull. I mean, I guess you're right, Chip.
Yeah, we're gonna give away 6 minutes to join it. Exclamation point BGT if you want to win a Lucid Flex account. You gotta just enter exclamation point BGT in the chat. We'll give you guys 6 minutes. All right, I'm buying right here, dude. Screw it. Y'all talked me into it. I don't know what y'all did to talk me into this, but we're close enough to highs. The problem with trades like this is like if it looks so optimistic is that when it doesn't work, you get like a huge influx of sales. Is the problem. So you just got to be really careful. I'm gonna set a stop loss down here. just in case it doesn't work. But again, you got 5.5 minutes to join the giveaway if you want to try to win a Lucid Flex 50k eval.
I think you guys should take advantage of it, personally.
Yeah. Most day traders lose money, guys. So if you haven't already, again, prop firms make sense. You might hear people talk smack, but like they're useful. I would genuinely wish I had these when I first got started because most day traders lose money, regardless of whether they're new or not. Most day traders are just about to lose. And so it doesn't make any sense to fund your own account thousands of dollars. It makes sense to try this. I just got stopped out. Yeah, you can see how fast it's fallen down. Exactly what I said. Like when these don't work, markets get nervous quick and the sell-offs happen. Luckily I had a stop loss set and it was pretty small and we're still up about 450 on the day. But yeah, most day traders lose. So it's a great way to learn. If you want to check out Apex, they have the cheapest accounts, I would say, out of all the accounts. Apex are the cheapest. And so you can see the link pinned at the top of the chat. You can also see in the description. You can use my code BGT on Lucid, Apex, Tradeify. What's up, dude?
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, were evals not a thing when you first started, or did you just not know about them?
I mean, they were basically not a thing. Like they basically didn't exist when I first got started.
Okay.
And so I had to fund my even the PDT rule was still there too. So I had to trade I needed 25k or I had to go overseas in what's called an offshore brokerage, which is kind of like a sketchy form of a brokerage, and deposit, and it was just the whole thing was sketchy. Yeah, I wish I had something like this. I would have still lost, but I probably would have lost much less.
Would have mitigated your losses.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I lost 3k, then ended up making 200k later. Hey, man, that's awesome, Dark Age. I did not make 200k.
Yeah. No, I didn't either. That 900 level we drew earlier still holding as support. But again, guys, we got 3.5 minutes. If you haven't entered it yet, you can enter !BGT at checkout. Get the discount. So far, we got Kato, Sanal, Drops, Alexis, Sage, Jared, Hood, AJ, Rado, 920, Rambling, Wolf, Learn and Joy, Kevin, Asif, Trade the 9, Chickland, I Love, Crayons, Bromax, Little Faker, Leonardo, Ahmad, Reaper, Nye, Romu, Soapy Soap, Top 40, Juan, Summer Sunrise, Knights, K, Morris, Peck, Order, Fred, Kristen, or Krister, Feta, Ali, V. Kane, Michael Dirksen, Tristan Snyder, Inferno, George O, Fred, God's Chosen, Cajun, No Problemo, Beef Jerky Man, Reaper, Cool Beans, Odin, Jamak, L, Matthias. We got a bunch of people in here, bro. Join the freaking giveaway! !BGT. We got a lot more than that too. That's probably not even a third of the list, but yeah, I love Crayons. What a great name.
I don't know why that made me laugh, but it did.
it honestly made me chuckle a little bit in my head.
Uh-oh.
The Discord link is right here.
Sorry, I'm just hold my camera down. I think I might have broken it.
Not the camera, Brent. What are you gonna do now on stream, bro? You know?
I know. I use it for my TED Talks, man.
Are we breaking 30k today? We already broke 30k once. I don't know if we're getting back up there.
Don't worry, Chip, I won't.
Yeah, Nasdaq's still dipping down some. We got this orb set up here potentially though.
And anyway, I don't even remember
orb
what
set
you're
up here.
talking about.
Orb setup's about right here. So here's the top and bottom of the orb. We're watching for the 15-minute orb. Yeah, we got a minute and a half, guys. So you got a minute and a half to join the giveaway. Time's running out, chat. Time's running out.
Do it now. You're gonna start hearing the warning music in Sonic on the water level.
Yeah, that's right. You can also give me a follow on x.com @BeginnerTrades. Jim Kramer says tomorrow we talk semis on CNBC Investing Club call on noon. I want to start a club, John's Trading Club. Maybe it's coming soon here, John's Trading Club. We can get hats. We can be like the neighborhood watch, get jackets. You know. NASDAQ coming down. It's under 29,900. It's back to the 200 exponential here, though. So we're still at the 200 EMA.
Why Microsoft is so red?
Software's down because semis are up so much. They're counter trending right now. Semis go up. MU, SanDisk, Nvidia, software companies, and Microsoft's kind of a proxy for software right now, so it's been heading down. Fight Club. All right, guys. Look, I'll give you guys 30 more seconds to join the giveaway. Exclamation point BGT. You can use it on Lucid, Apex, Tradeify. This is for a Lucid 50K eval, Flex eval. But you might be able to squeeze in one more, one more join here if you haven't already. Exclamation point BGT. We'll end it in 20, 19, 18. Look at the NASDAQ dip. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 3/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 2, 1 3/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Dude, I gave you all the time you can get. All right, let's pick the winner here. The winner is... Let's see who wins this Lucid giveaway. All right.
Pew gonna win it?
The winner is... Barry L UFC. Barrel UFC. I don't know if it's Barrel or Barry L UFC. You've won,
All right,
sir. You've done it. You've won. Barry, show yourself in the chat right now. Be merry, Barry, because you've won. All right.
Mary Berry, quite contrary. Yeah.
Yeah, you've won the giveaway. Hey, dude. Show yourself in chat or you lose it. Barry, where you at, dude? Don't sherbert me. Barry, are you here, sir? Announce yourself. I'm gonna give you guys T-minus 45 seconds to show yourself.
Barry UFC. Is this Pat Barry from the
Yeah,
UFC?
I don't see him in the chat. So I think Barry left, honestly. I can tag his name and he's not in here, dude.
Barry, aka Brit. No. I have more scruples than that. I don't enter these competitions.
Yeah. That would be a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry left. Barry's not a bot. I've seen him talk before. He just left the stream. He's not in here anymore. I know. We'll pick somebody else here pretty soon. You might still be able to enter it, actually. So. Got Sherberted again. Yeah, we started the giveaway way before the open, so I'm sure he's out of here. Alright, we've given Barry enough time.
Oh, Barry left but told you to collect for him, huh? Well, in that case,
Oh.
no. Good try, though.
What? All right, guys. NASDAQ starting to bounce back higher here, though. The NASDAQ is starting to move higher. I don't think we have anything at 10. No, we don't.
Barry, where's Barry?
Barry will not be merry when he hears that he lost this giveaway. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and pick another winner here. All right. So the next winner is... Read this, but it's with an E. Read E this. Let's see if you're here, dude.
As in, like, Reed's down by the water.
He's not here either, bro. Dang, dude. All right, read, whatever your name is. Read this. You've won, but I might have to respin again because I just checked the chat. He's not here anymore. This is why you don't do giveaways like before open and run them for an hour, is because half the people leave and then they don't win.
Bravo Rialto evidently identifies as Barry.
Yeah, read I can't think of anything right now. Reed's giveaway hopes were cut down like a weed because Reed did not announce himself in chat for me to read. Is that good?
Boo,
All right, guys.
boo this man. That was terrible.
All right, I'm trying over here. I tried to. Oh wait, Reed is here, dude. Hold on, Reed is the last name. Yo, I'm right here, bro. Yeah, bro. Reed, you're about to miss it. Reed is here. I know. I see you, Reed. I know you got more than one name though, Reed, because when I first checked, you weren't here, and now you are here, which means that you were creeping on another account. That's all right. I allow it. I'll allow it. Or maybe it's just not showing up that you're here. Hold on, where'd you go? Anyways, you've won. Barry is here? Oh, dude. Oh, your connection went, dude. Who won my connection with Barry? Nobody tell him. I'm sorry, Barry. Reed is won now. Reed won, Barry. First thing I've ever won.
Barry and Reed have fights.
I only have one left. I only have one account to give away to, so I got to request more. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. If you want me to get more accounts, use my code BGT on Lucid. All right.
We need your support in order to give you more support.
Yeah, so look, Reed, are you in the Discord, Reed? Join the Discord and I'll send it to you, brother. Here's the Discord link if you don't have it. Yeah. I might have accidentally put, oh no, the F is on there. Okay, there's the Discord link right there. Yeah, y'all gotta use my code if you want me to give you guys more.
Did I actually win? My connection went in the toilet. Yeah, sorry, dude.
Nah, you didn't win. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't listen to the chat. They're beacons of dishonesty today. I'm not, but I'll join today. Okay, yeah, just join. Just leave a message in the main trading chat. I'll send you a DM, dude. All right, guys. So we are green on the day. Thanks to all the subs that we're almost up to 176,000 subscribers today. I appreciate you guys.
Heck yeah. It's awesome, you guys. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thanks for the love, chat. It's not Love Shack, it's Love Chat. You know?
I know that song, Love Chat.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it goes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What do we do here? The market's honestly really flat.
I don't know.
Hey, thank you, Drop. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, dude. Hey, thank you, Drop.
Thanks, Drops.
It's so boring right now. We're still in opening range, I'm pretty sure. Or the 15-minute opening range. Maybe we'll break it and do something here, but right now it's just it's not fun.
Hey, thanks for the donation, Scottish Crypto.
Hey, thank you, brother. $10 for Barry. I don't know how to get it to Barry though. Sorry, dude. I'm up 3K. Tesla is being silly right now. I haven't looked at Tesla. Very flat. Market is weird right now. Thanks for telling me about this MU thing. Never traded it. Wonderfully thin and pays well. Yeah, I like trading MU. I like trading chips and semis.
Hey, so what's been going on with SpaceX? I haven't really talked about that at all.
It's bounced back some. It was down to like $100. It's up to 138 now. It's riding up with semis almost today.
Okay.
So it's doing all right.
Okay.
Ugh. Right now, market, I mean, we're just in this range here, so I kind of got to wait for us to break out of this range. We're giving it time. NASDAQ's still right at the VWAP, though. I almost want to buy the NQ here. I think there's a bullish bias in markets. What's your bias, guys? Are you bullish or bearish? Should have bought it. Buy this again. Thoughts on Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin maybe moves down until October. Gold sideways. Yeah, gold sideways. The NASDAQ is sideways. Ah, dude, I should have bought it. Look at this. I don't think this is a news candle. I think we just bounced off the VWAP on the NASDAQ. Bullish soon, bearish, bearish. Bullish, no question. We bounced off of the VWAP here. I'm tempted to buy this again. All right, we'll buy it. We're right at the point of control, though. That's the only thing I don't like about the volume profile right now, but we'll see. I'll add to it if it goes in my favor and keep it small outside of that. I mean, we're up like 500 bucks on the day. I don't know if we're gonna hold here. I mean, we're green on this. I'm gonna just cut it and scalp it and get out. I don't want to get back my profit. I gotta go to account preservation mode. I mentioned in super chat. Hey, thank you, Scottish. Sorry, bro. Hey, LMR new stock I bought. Chart looks great. Yeah, I got you, bro. Sorry, dude. My bad. There's no liquidity here for. I don't like biotech either, dude. But the chart looks good. It looks like it's a new company though. It only IPO'd back in March or April. I mean, the chart looks good, but I don't mess with biotechs. I don't know enough about it. You know, tech I can understand. You know, retail I can understand. You know, pharmaceuticals I have no freaking idea. And
Not
so,
really biotech, but I do find it very interesting.
yeah, there's just a lot of volatility in biotech as well. Like a company can do great, bad trial results, dump down 70%, 90%. And so I don't usually mess with them. You know, just to be honest, I got to be honest with you. Like, I'm not going to feed you a bunch of nonsense. But just be careful, bro. I don't know. The chart looks good. Don't get me wrong. Not an investment professional, but the chart looks good. But it's still pretty close to IPO. It's biotech. It's just not. It's not my wheelhouse, brother. I appreciate the donation, though, my friend. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, so I see Pakistan's interior minister arrives in Iran, according to ISNA. Google has raised the price of some of their phones, I believe. That's why Google's fallen down. It's at 340s. This could pull tech down. The NASDAQ's still kind of creeping up a little bit. We're so flat, though, man. We're 40 minutes into the open, and we're very sideways at this point in time. So... Hey, good luck, Scottish. I hope you make money, brother. Appreciate it again, the donation, my friend. Yeah, I mean, we're just in a choppy market. This is just not very good. Very slow. And again, if you didn't win the giveaway, guys, you can always check out Lucid. Lucid just debuted their new daily plan. So they give you a demo, they test your skill. You pass the test, they fund you. Between 25k up to 150k. You can also skip the eval completely, like skip the test completely and go 50k, 150k direct to funded and get the max discount using code BGT. I appreciate it. They did their new daily plan. Their daily plan, you can go E of D as well. You can pick end of day drawdown options. No activation fee once you're funded, no consistency in funded, daily payouts as well. On the eval, that you can go end of day drawdown or intraday drawdown. 50% consistency on the eval. I like Lucid Flex because because they have end of day drawdown in the funded, no consistency rule, and more. And you can also choose, like on these evals, to turn off the daily loss limit as well, right? So I prefer Lucid Flex over everything, or just go direct to funded. also here. And you can use my code BGT at checkout. I'll put the link up one more time. It's a good way to help support the channel. We appreciate it. Again, which account do you guys like the most? Like, what's your favorite account from whichever prop firm? Let me know. But, yeah, here's the link. I'll put this up. I think I only posted Lucid once today, so. The giveaway's over, big boy. All right, dude. Nasdaq's still creeping up. I probably could have held that long some. Here's gold. Like, chips are still moving up. Here's gold right here. So gold is still very close to 4,500, and it's held most of the green from the CPI report. Hey, thank you, Kitty. I appreciate it. Get shorty. So you're betting on a short?
It's a great movie.
None of your accounts? That hurts. Matt, that hurts, man. Giveaway's over, big boy. It ended like 20 minutes ago. I usually do Lucid Flex. Yeah, I think Lucid Flex is probably. You know, you didn't win, Rising Sun. Sorry, bro. But thanks so much for the donation, Kitty. We appreciate you. Thank you. Again, if you want super cheap account, Apex, you can go to the link in the description. They're pinned to the top of the chat. Apex is cheapest. SpaceX breaking highs? Is it really? Nasdaq's getting up there, though. I mean, the Nasdaq's getting close to highs. The SpaceX up to almost 140s. Yeah, I mean, most of them have Tradevate available, which is what I'm using. I like Tradevate the most. I like Quant Tower better than all of them, to be honest. But I don't like using software because, like, I already run a lot of different things on my computer, and software just eats up more. So, I don't really like using software. I'd rather web-based. MU starting to pull back some now, though. I use Think or Swim. I like Toss, Thomas. I mean, this is Toss right here. So yeah, I like Toss a lot. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a boring market, but we're starting to break into that opening range here is what I'm looking at. So we do have this orb set up. And we just broke the orb. I don't know if I want to buy this, though. I got trapped last time here, but I'm tempted to anyway. I need 75 as a dip. Maybe not 75. I'd do like 90 as a dip maybe, but even still, it's risky. But I don't hate 90. And it might just run up before then anyway. Rick, you're late too, dude. Giveaway was 20 minutes ago. Nasdaq's right at the 200 exponential though. I don't know what to do here. This is a really boring market. I mean, PPI tomorrow could jolt things a little bit, I think. John, I'm not familiar with props. What's the point? It's kind of a middle ground between paper and real money, right? You deposit real money, you're probably losing day trading. Most day traders lose. And so a prop account gives you a demo. They test your skill with it. If you pass the test, and they give you rules, they give you profit targets you got to follow. Most of the time, like a 50K profit target is going to be 3,000 in profit with like a $2,000 max loss. So essentially, if you can make 50K without losing 2K first, they fund you 50K, 90% split most of the time. And then, you know, they have certain rules you have to follow once you're funded, but you can take payouts with them once you're funded. So if you're good enough, you can get started for less and make money doing it. If you're not good enough, it's less risk than funding your own account anyway, right? So it's kind of like a middle ground between paper and real money with some more benefits to it, I would say. You're still risking something, but you're not risking 2 or 3 grand like you would need to in stocks, or if you wanted to trade futures without if you wanted to trade futures without having to trade like minis or whatever, it's useful. Yeah, we're just boring right now. This market sucks. I mean, you can trade minis or micros or both. I usually trade micros. They're smaller. I can scale in and out easier. But it's more so just you don't need to deposit real money as much, and you can trade smaller. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with this market. It's too boring. Options rip is coming in. Markets might be waiting for PPI inflation too. Producer prices lead into consumers, so it could be what this is. Yeah, not a good range right now. It's just boring. Favor shorting. CPI dropped a long time ago. It's on the bottom of the screen right here. CPI showed up flat everywhere. 0.1%. I mean, we're holding at the 200 EMA here. I just don't trust this enough, to be honest. It's above 23,890s. It's 23,890s. What asset are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Oh, 29,830s. Okay, yeah. So you're talking here around the VWAP. Yeah, yeah.
How's oil doing? See. Oil is at 82.81.
Oil's at, yeah, oil's at 82s. It's technically red on the day. It's down some. But,
yeah, but it seems to have stabilized, at least over the last few candles.
Yeah, it's chopped with everything else except for maybe semis. I mean, even they're consolidating now. I mean, Nvidia's running. So Nvidia's back up close to highs. That might drag the market up. Yeah, this market kind of sucks. Yeah, all good, Trench. You're good, brother. What's the plan, bro? I mean, the plan is to wait for the chop to break, but I don't know. Hold on, NASDAQ might have had some news here. Look at this candle. Maybe not. It could just be a big candle. Big is relative.
States AI product initiative to start its pilot program in Panama. Fear and greed index got updated. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else.
Yeah.
U.S. launches initiative to accelerate trade in AI products among allies.
Yeah, I see that. Still pulling back. I use two, but the bottom one is a 49-inch ultra wide monitor. So you see the top one, but the bottom one's like a super big monitor.
You couldn't get the 49.5 inch?
Nah, bro, it was too big for me. You know, I couldn't do it.
Ugh.
Yeah, some red showing up in markets here. Still down. I mean, we're right around the VWAP here now at 70. Still got a ways though.
Yeah, speaking of screens and all that, John, I think you should get a setup like the dude from Grandma's Boy.
That's how I feel with this setup, dude. I had a hoverboard for a while. I was rolling around in that thing making noises.
Yeah, but you need like the like reclined inverted chair and all that, you know, with the techno music.
I feel like I get motion sick in one of those, dude. You know?
Really?
Yeah, genuinely. Yeah. Like we went to the beach and I would sit on I'd go in the water and I'd sit on a raft and I'd get a little nauseous.
Really? I didn't know you had motion sickness.
I'm a wimp with the beach, bro. I'm a wimp with I mean, I'm not a wimp with the beach. I just can't get in I can get in a boat. I went fishing in a boat on Lake Michigan. Or not at Lake Michigan, on Lake Michigan, but I went fishing in Michigan and we used a boat in a small pond. And I was fine. And so I can get on a boat for a little while. It depends
Basically,
on how...
You can't handle the rough chop of the surf, basically.
Yeah, that's right. When I fish, I do it in ponds. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
fish on the boat. You will not fish with a goat.
Yeah. I won't.
I will not eat them, Sam. I will not eat green eggs and ham.
Yeah. I caught some bass the other day, though.
Ever eaten bass?
Yeah. It's alright.
I never have. I've heard it's like pretty flaky, though.
It is. It's not bad, though. I mean, a lot of fish taste the same, and bass is kind of in that.
Yeah. I hate living in like basically the seafood capital of the world and not liking seafood.
Yeah, how do you not like seafood, bro?
I just don't, man. Like I like some dishes with like crab or shrimp if it's like a really well done dish, like crab meat au gratin or something like that. But I just overall don't like it. Can't handle it.
Yeah, you don't eat crawfish, dude. You know?
No, I especially don't like crawfish because it tastes very earthy, like compared to shrimp or crab. If I'm gonna eat seafood, it's gonna be shrimp or crab,
Bro, I love seafood boils, dude.
or something fried.
Yeah.
Fried
Yeah, I
food.
see.
Yeah. Sorry.
I see SanDisk. No, I see somebody mentioning SanDisk. SanDisk is still at highs. Nvidia is still around highs. IBU's a little bit weaker, it looks like. It looks like a buy to me right here, though. You know what? I'm gonna buy it right here on this little dip. We got a cushion, so we can take more risks today, but we'll try to buy it. You can talk food. I mean, it's a boring market right now. There's not much going on. As long as he doesn't do it 30 seconds before the inflation report, I'm alright with it.
I'll make a note of that and then do it anyway.
Alright, we're up a little bit here today. I mean, we got very green already here. It's very small trades, so I'm not really trading super large here.
And also, it wasn't intentional. That was just like the way the flow of the conversation took it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not, you know, none of that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to take profit here already. We just got to bounce right here at the 200. We ripped back over it. Nasdaq's starting to creep up. I might hold this and see if I can add back to it if it keeps pushing back up here, but we could also just be in a range. I mean, we're at the top of the range, but we're starting to break. I'm going to add a little bit to this, but there's a risk to it. We just added a little bit here. Lurkers, are y'all still here, Lurkers? Do y'all hang out this late, Lurkers? Are some of you guys still listening? Watching? Trading? Lurks, don't be jerks. Announce yourself. Show us you're here. I'm curious to see if they're still here. I think a lot of people watch me early in the morning and then move on to other stuff.
I think they probably might be.
Lurking. There you guys are. Okay, y'all are here. I was gonna turn my back on you guys. Alright, let's see if we keep going up here. I'm bullish, to be honest. I think we're close to 30. Pike odds went down. Semis are up.
Radiate says
Man,
they are a long time lurker, actually trying to change that. I respect your, your drive to become something more.
Right. You've got a dream, and I can respect that dream here, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's surprising how many people show up. We're like, hey, lurkers, and they're like, hey. I appreciate you guys. $80 green on the day. Hey, $80 is good, Bruno. Glider, what's up, dude?
Is that euros? I don't.
Yeah, sorry, that is euros.
No, I wasn't correcting you. I was just curious.
It's either euros or pounds. I always get them mixed up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so those are euros. Pound looks like an E as well, so you get them mixed up. But the euro is like a rounded E, where the pound on the bottom has a dollar. All right, so we are green here. I'm going to take half off, and then I don't know what I'm going to do on the rest. We're starting to get some green revival, though. I don't know whether to hold this or not. It looks good. We're breaking the orb setup a little bit. No, we're not. But still. I'm going to get out. We might add back on a dip here. Yeah, we're up over $600 on the day now, which is nice. Lurking on the I-10.
Britt, I'm going to deport you to NYC. I really hope you don't. I've been there twice in my younger years, and it was enjoyable, but definitely don't want to go there now.
Yeah, 30,000. We might hit it. We might hit 30K. We're getting up there. We're trying. Working and lurking. Hey, thank you, Alex Guy. MU ending the day at 940s. I can see that if it keeps pushing. I mean, Nvidia just broke highs. That's what dragged the NASDAQ up like this. Finland here. It's 5:30 p.m. here, dudes. Hey, what's up, Pitt? Finland seems cool. It's not as cool as Louisiana. Finland.
I've never been to Finland, but
I haven't either.
Looks like it has some very beautiful landscape.
Yeah.
I'd like to go.
Me too.
I'd honestly just kind of like to experience like the Scandinavian region in general.
Yeah, Tesla is dumping down here. Yeah, me too. Look at Tesla. 320s. Volatile lately, though. We got 600 likes. Can we get 650?
I think you can. And
lurkers. You saw how many lurkers showed up when I was like, hey, lurks. I'm not saying y'all are being mean. I'm not saying y'all are better than me. I'm not saying, y'all could do better. But you could do all of those things here. All right, hit the like button.
I think you need to refresh because we were already at like 653.
Oh, you're right. Hold on, guys. Oh, yeah, now we're at 660. Sorry, guys.
But you're right. We can do it.
We can do better than that. I think we do 700s now. We're going to move the bar higher.
Yep, you always got to move the goalpost on people. Otherwise, they get complacent,
Do you Yanks have any Northern European ancestry? My last name is London. London. And so...
I definitely did. I'm not going to say my last name on here, but it is absolutely Northern European.
Yeah, my middle name is Nordic. I'm not going to be specific about what it is, but it's Nordic.
Mine's a
Viking-esque.
derivative of those who dwell in the hollow, basically.
Tesla going down here. Look at Tesla crack lows. Here's the NASDAQ, though. NASDAQ had a pullback at 950s. Not lurking, just not a lot of time to type and trade. Only bullish to near all-time highs. The S&P long-term high is in. Short the pops. Yeah, we're still in the opening range here. This is how you know it's boring, is because we had an orb, and we're basically still in that orb. Y'all would never guess it in a million years, unless you know me already.
What are you talking about?
My middle name.
Oh, yeah, no, nobody would ever guess it, ever.
No. Very strange middle names, for sure. My whole name is very strange, to be honest. I'm not going to tell you guys my full name, but... All right, guys. Futures just dipped here. Hold on. Look, oil just dipped. Hold on, real quick. Look, here's oil. Oh, do we have crude oil inventories? That's what just dropped. Okay, my bad, guys. So crude oil inventory showed up at 17.423 million positive versus negative 1.7 million expected. So way stronger than expected crude oil inventories here. 17.423 million positive versus negative 1.7 million expected.
Someone says Ricardo.
Rothgar.
John Ricardo.
John Bod, London.
Bergsteinwitz. Yeah, you got it, buddy. That's me. Britt Bergsteinwitz.
Yeah. The NASDAQ honestly dipped on these crude oil imports or inventories, and now it's starting to get bought back up here.
Oh, your trading bait froze? I'm sorry, Sleepy Mocha.
That was a long red wick on the NASDAQ. Yeah, it was from the crude oil inventories coming out.
Yeah, on one side I think I'm English or Welsh, and the other side I'm Sicilian.
I'm English and Cajun French.
I know, it's a good mix.
It is a good mix, you know.
Usually makes for like a very attractive person. I mean, not necessarily in your case, but you know.
No, I agree. I agree with that, man. Look at me. You know?
Look at me, I'm hideous.
Yeah, look at me, devastatingly handsome here. You know,
Key
I'm
word
super
there,
humble.
devastating.
Yeah, I'm very humble as well. You know, humility flows through me like water. So
I've heard that about you.
Yeah.
You know, top 10
I'm like-
most humble guys ever.
I'm like Bruce Lee with martial arts, but with humility. Is what it is.
You can you can put out a cigarette with humility.
That's right. Enphase Energy, dude. Solar. Enphase is solar, right? Solar's lost some steam. Yeah.
I was watching a documentary a few months back, and you know they've actually had solar farming technology since like the 1920s.
I believe that. I believe that, yeah.
I mean, it was rudimentary, but you know they were working on it.
Wait, did we get a tweet by the president? Hold on.
Let's see.
Okay, this is what the president just said. He says, quote, let's look at oil real quick before I read this. Oil is now down. President says, quote, the USA has total control over the Strait of Hormuz. I think we will keep it. Our blockade is being called by everyone a wall of steel, and there's nothing they can do about it. They have no navy, no air force. The remaining soldiers are unpaid. The IRGC is down and fleeing, and their leadership is uncertain. They have no money. All they have is fake news and 300% inflation and getting worse. All right. Yeah, so the president tweeted, oil actually went down a little bit on this. So more tweets by the president. Good day today. Hello?
Don't talk about food on stream. Dude, you suck. I want some chicken parm.
Dude, I love a good chicken parm, bro.
Me too. It's early in the day to be eating chicken parm though. Is that like a chicken parm breakfast burrito or something?
Well, no, I'm gonna eat this after I do jujitsu today. I'm gonna go train, and then I usually fast until jujitsu, and then I'm gonna go train, and then I'm gonna eat that when I get back. That's the plan.
Oh, dude, you're so lucky. There's a place up here that makes really good one, but for some reason they put Alfredo sauce on it under the red sauce, and I don't like that.
Yeah, this one has pesto. I think it has. I don't know if it has pesto actually. I have to look, but it's good.
So one mention, and then we're gonna get off of food. There's a really awesome Italian place that we need to go to next time you come to town.
All right. Yeah. Hey, I love Italian. Kira will never eat Italian, bro. Like all the food I like Mexican food probably the best out of everything.
I love it.
Like Mexican food, it's the go-to foods. Like I love Mexican foods. Huh? She'll eat Italian. It's just heavy. It makes her sleep. Like we'll eat it. We just don't eat it a lot. I'd eat pasta all day.
Oh, I would too. So basically, she just eats it if she's ready to go to sleep, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Like the
But I
holidays at night, we'll eat some Italian.
Yeah, I love it. No, I didn't trade today, Miss Tiny. I'm just kind of been on a little week and a half, 2 week hiatus, so I'm kind of easing back into it.
Yeah.
Also, I can't get my my Lucid account to let me sign in, so I can't even see my progress. So I didn't want to trade without being able to check that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to try to help you figure it out.
Okay.
We're still in this range though, guys. I don't know what to do here, dude. This is like the worst market. Maybe markets are waiting for PPI data tomorrow. That's definitely possible here. I don't freaking know.
Yeah. You guys gotta try Peruvian, just not that expensive. My only problem with it, there is a place here that does that.
I don't know about Peruvian food, but one of my favorite submissions is a Peruvian necktie. I will throw that on everybody I roll with. So shout out to Peruvians. You know,
I heard you were a beast at Peruvian neckties, John.
I am a beast of Peruvian neckties, dude.
Heck yeah. No, there's a Peruvian chicken restaurant in town, and I want to try it, but it's like they want like $30 for some chicken. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's kind of high. But I mean, look, if they got to charge a premium, I get it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Jeremy? Yeah, I mean, look, we're not really seeing markets move that much. Oil originally, I don't know when he posted this at what time. It's at 31, so he posted this right here. Oil hasn't really moved that much. It's up a little bit. Semis are still running, which means the NASDAQ is bouncing back here. So look at MU on the left, and then look at the NQ. So the NQ is starting to come back up some here. But again, we're kind of boring right now, dude. Like this is not very good, you know.
Sweep on Tesla MP was 324.55. It dropped to 324.14. Okay.
Shouldn't CPI carry more weight? If it came in like over or under expectations, yes. But it came in completely flat. Like literally everything in the CPI report was flat. We had flat month-over-month core, flat headline month-over-month, flat year-over-year on both. We had flat everything basically on the CPI report. I think the net effect of it is still good. Like I still have somewhat of a bullish bias because I think at the very least, unless we get high PPI tomorrow, that's like scary high. I think the net effect is that it's going to push back the odds of rate hikes, obviously, and it has already. Rate hike odds, the last time I looked, were like 38%. They were almost 50% prior. So it did push down the rate hike odds. But the data was still flat. Markets did digest it here. And, you know, we came in, the data came out here, and we're now here. So we're still green from when the report came out. But maybe markets are going to pivot to PPI watch. So
I'm glad for you, General Order, but don't rub it in. It's not fair.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll do those things. This is my channel. I mean, those are things you do. We don't do flying arm bars a lot because, you know, there's a little bit of a risk to them. But I like arm bars. I do arm bars. I'm really like I like guillotines and darces and anacondas and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm staying a little bit later, Alexis. We're hanging out here. It's CPI day. I'm probably going to cut it, though. I'm tired of waiting for this to move, to be honest here. Like, nothing's freaking going on. So.
I was getting tired of you waiting, too, so.
Yeah, it's boring, chat. You know?
Yeah.
Like, nothing's happening. How could they do this to us, guys? Again, I guess I'm going to cut it here. Thank you all to join the stream. We got like 40,000 views or something like that today. So shout out to you. Maybe not that much. Did we get that much? How many views?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot. I mean, I saw at one point we had like 6,000 viewers.
Yeah, we got 39,633 views today.
Heck yeah, man.
So shout out to you guys. Appreciate the love, guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for making it a great day.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. If you want to check out Apex, like I said, cheapest accounts in the game. If you want to learn to day trade, start small, paper trade, and then maybe try one of these. It just makes sense. No PDT rule. You can day trade S&P, NASDAQ, gold, silver, oil, a lot of the things that are moving with markets right now. You can check them out. Here's the Apex link one more time. You can also check out Lucid. It's a great way to help support the channel. And yeah, there's the link. Check it out.
Real quick before we leave, we're 6 likes away from 700, so just help us out real quick if you guys can.
Are we right now?
Yeah.
We're at 695, guys. Listen, 5 likes. In the arms of the angels. All right. Sarah McLaughlin's about to come out here. Have a heart. Okay.
For the low price of one click, you too would help a trader.
Right. Help a YouTuber, you know. Help John. You know. Thanks for the news. Cheers. Take care. I won. We did it. Yeah. All right. Shush. Yeah. Another good day. Thank you, John and Britt, for the morning fun.
Heck yeah.
See you tomorrow. All right, guys. Listen, I'm gonna get out of here.
Thanks for tuning in, Tiny. And we got up to 730 likes. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.